We are live from Wrigley Field, Danny Rockett and Crawly. So we're sitting near the first row section 307. You want to come say hi, and we're going to be telling you what happens in this cup game. We're probably ahead of the TV, ahead of the TV, and the radio, and podcast. So they got the new new promo video. I liked the one last year with the Blues when they had the Blues record. But this is cool. It's just a little stroby for me. Yeah, so they got the promo video going on right now. It's now we'll probably talk about it later in the game. Well, actually, let's talk about this now. It is the whole thing is stroby because right now the lights are going nuts right now all over the ballpark. Like even though it's not quite dark yet, the lights that light up the field are now strobing out and like dancing around. The music, as you can probably hear, is pumping. Really kind of typical jock jam, wouldn't you say? He could go all the way. So, thank you for joining us. By the way, your comments are being shown on the screen. And if you would like to donate to Crawly's, get Strucker, so you get Strucker throughout the game to the beer fund, just Venmo. What's your Venmo?
I don't even know that.
All right. My Venmo is at Danny Rockett, Rockett, at Danny-Rockett. You can send us. The beers are expensive this year. They're up to about $20 a beer, 15, 20. So anyway, yeah, it's very epic. This new promo that they've got, and yeah, I like the last one more. It had more to do with Chicago. That could have been any typical jock jam. Okay, we got Edward Cabrera taking the mound. The good thing about that, Danny, is the wind is blowing right out to left field. Anything in the air is going to be problems. I was out at Ball Hawk Corner a little bit earlier, and balls were just flying off hitting that rooftop building right there. I'm going to tell you, it is good to have Cabrera because he was swinging, he misses bats. Yeah. And that's big on a night like tonight. Yeah, he's got a weird, funky stuff, and it's our first time seeing him in a Cubs uniform, at least after spring training. And the other thing about the wind blowing out tonight is that it's still March, and it is about 75 degrees right now at game time. It is gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. This feels like mid-June or August or September, early September. Yeah, absolutely. And so it's 6:40 start, of course. So 6:40 start. So the sun's setting. The gorgeous golden tones are covering Wrigley. The lights have yet to take full effect, and we're about to play ball. And we have our new hats tonight. Our opening night hat, a replica of the hats that were given out on 8/8/88, which they were given out at 8/8/88, and a lot of hats got wet that night because that game got rained out. So feel free to comment, make fun of us, donate to our Venmos, and all that good stuff. We'll take it what's going on in the game. Shortstop's up for the Angels. I talked to Jeremiah Paprocki before the game, and he was really excited because he has never, ever $40 in the Venmo. Thank you very much, David. That's going to get Crawly nice and lit tonight. But I would say more than anything, Jeremiah was very excited about being able to call Mike Trout. There's not a lot of guys left that he hasn't called, but Mike Trout is someone he has not called to the plate. So if you've been watching Trout, he's healthy. He's looking good. I'm a little nervous with the win tonight on Mike Trout. So first, before Trout, who's up next, is in the odd deck circle. You got Zach Neto. Last year he batted .257, had an OPS of 793 with 26 dongs, so he can park 1-2 on a night like tonight. They got a lot of good young players. They have this bizarre situation going on with Anaheim where it's kind of the last year for the GM, and he gets one up in the air. But it looks like it's going to stay. PCA's got it. PCA. And that's going to be an F8 on your scorecard. If you're but the GM, it looks like it's last year. They got Kurt Suzuki, former catcher. He's a manager who signed a one-year deal. So they got everything riding on this. A lot of people have a lot riding on the season for the Angels.
Otherwise, it looks like they're going to clean house again.
They need to bring back Gene Autry if they really want to do. Maybe what's Roy Rogers doing? They need some sort of country singer. Maybe they can get Morgan Wallen to buy the team.
Ooh. Nice pitch.
0-1 on Mike Trout. Started him with the off speed. 89 on the slider. Here's a second pitch from Cabrera, and it's a swing and miss from Mike Trout.
98 on the fastball.
Yeah, so changes speeds on him, and Mike Trout couldn't catch up.
High fastball out of the zone, and man, he blew it by Trout.
Cabrera kind of digs in, looks at his feet, and then comes set, and here's the delivery and the pitch. And he wastes one, throwing it high and outside. Not going to give 3 in the zone to Mike Trout at this point.
I'd like to see him bury a slider or do one of those change-ups. That's like 94. It's faster than most of our guys' fastballs.
He gets soft contact as Trout fouls it out of play. But he did get.
Does that say drink in America's pastime?
Drink in America's pastime, Coca-Cola. Yeah, never miss an opportunity to use the centennial celebration. We're going to see a lot of that. Every single corporation in America, including the Chicago Cubs, who are celebrating 150 years, are going to be celebrating 250 years of America.
I think they're actually doing a fireworks show at Wrigley this year.
That's awesome. I'd love to come to that.
He's on July, obviously on July 4th.
Nothing like. All right.
Wow.
The
I
count
can't
goes
believe he
full.
took that.
It's 3-2 now on Trout.
All right. There we go. Come on.
So he had him 0-2. Let's see if he can finish him off. Here's the pitch. And Trout, he skies one, and it looks like it's going out to right field. Conforto moves in, and he can't get to it in foul territory. He goes sliding. Ball lands foul. So then we're just going to have to do it again after all that.
New life for Mike Trout. It would have been nice if he made that play, but Conforto doesn't have a lot of experience here at Wrigley.
I mean, that's a tough play. I wouldn't even blame the experience. I mean, Matt Shaw would probably still be standing in right field, wondering what to do. But yeah, that's tough. It's like there's barely any foul territory where it's it landed right behind where the old visitor bullpens used to lie.
Oh, I miss those bullpens.
I do too. I was looking at pictures from 2016 and all the good times we had. And here's the pitch, 3-2.
Got him.
And this is on a curveball, 88 miles per hour. So we already see almost everything in his arsenal. If that's Mike Trout here, it results in a strikeout. What do you think of some of the new graphics?
I like them. So they are of the 1920s, 1930s scorecards. Before scorecards were this size, they were much smaller, and then they had those type of bears, which were a really cool scorecard. Before the Otis Shepard era of the 50s and 60s. So they're using those type of bears.
Yeah, they're really leaning into the 150 year. Show you the scorecard here. We've got pictures of the old team from 1876, 1870, 1884. It's all the old baseball clubs. Cubs being a founding member of the National League, which also started in 1876 right here in Chicago. William Holbert. Is he the first president of the National League? I'm not sure.
That is my understanding. This is a scorecard from 1938 that I have, an original. And you can kind of see that's kind of the graphics that they're using right here.
Yeah. Oh, very cool. Yeah. They're cool. They're sort of creepy. Like in the same way like old Popeye movies are creepy.
Old Mickey Mouse?
Yeah, just a little creepy. They don't move right. Kind of like, when like in the horror movie when they do the crab walk on the ceiling, it's got that similar sort of herky-jerky vibe. Like anything AI, really. It has that sort of like cracked out feeling. Okay, it's 2-2 here on Nolan Schnanuel, Awesome Pepper Incorporated. We're gonna do it. Rolling inside. We're going to do it again. Count goes full on him as that's the how many pitch of the at bat?
So it's 17.
Yeah.
Now,
17 of the inning.
Now, a lot of these guys had a really good series against Houston. Their hitters were great. And if you take a look at the batter in the on deck circle, Cub fans will remember Jorge Soler, hip hip Jorge.
Oh, and
that is number 3.
Lines it out to right. Easy fly ball. Conforto throws it into the bleachers. A lucky fan has a souvenir.
He's now thrown in the bleachers more time than Kyle Tucker did all last year.
Exactly. Yeah, Kyle knew he wasn't long for this city, I think. Okay, now the umpire's looking at Cabrera's glove. He was looking down his pants for a second, it looked like. Okay.
So this is cutesy kind of stuff that I. So this is like.
They're showing Miguel Amaya on the big board right now. Now he's got a new facial hair
Little mustache, little stash.
and the little landing strip. You know what I mean? He kind of looks like a Three Musketeer.
I can see that.
But he looks. Miguel looks a little thicker to me than he did. I mean, he's older. The rookie days are gone. I mean, we haven't seen him a lot just because he's been hurt his whole career. But I kind of noticed, like, when I saw him in the leg, he was like, hey, he got back. You know what I mean? And I was like, and then you see him jack out a home run on, the second game of the season.
First home run of the Cubs at 2026.
And I was like, that reminded me of, like, what Javier Assad did, what Daniel Valencia did was come back with his legs under him. And I'm like, oh, maybe this is the year that we finally get a whole year in the high. He's healthy. He's strong. He looks like a man. He's got new facial hair.
There's never been a question of his ability. It's one of those guys, can he stay healthy? I mean, I don't know if you watched in spring training. Brendan Davis was crushing it for the Yankees, and then he got hurt again. It's just one of those things that certain guys just have a propensity to get injured, and that's one of them.
Did you see that Owen Casey's off to a hot start too? So he got a couple dogs on the air. So, and that's really it. We'll maybe get into it later in the game, but I was like, well, we're losing Suzuki. We're losing Hep, maybe, probably, hopefully, and we lost almost every outfield prospect we had. So
now you got Kevin Alcantara still.
but do they? Michael Busch here leading off, batting .333 on the young season, 34 dongs last year.
The Cubs with home runs.
He takes ball 2. And Johnson, a very young pitcher for the Angels, he had a little bit of experience last year.
You take a look, he's got that weird sidearm delivery that's kind of funky.
Yeah, little high socks that represent the lollipop guild.
This reminds me, Joe Madden used to call it funk. Just got a weird delivery, it's got a hitch to it, and then it's just like 3/4.
And he's sort of dragging the back foot, but it doesn't seem to be working for him because he just walk the leadoff batter, Michael Busch, on 4 pitches.
Number 3.
Do you know how far ahead we are of the TV and the radio?
It's about like I think it's like a 30-second delay.
Awesome. You're welcome. You're welcome, America.
Can you make bets from your phone doing that?
Exactly. Bet people like in the room. Just listen on an earphone. Okay, here comes Cubs shiny new toy, third baseman Alex Bregman.
2 homers yesterday. Unfortunately, they were the solo variety.
Yeah. 3 homers total for the Cubs and 3 runs, and they lose 6-3. It was
Only 4 hits.
Yeah, pretty disappointing. Especially losing to a bad team like the Nationals. The Angels, hold on.
The Nationals right now are crushing the Phillies right now.
Well, you never know when. I mean, season's long, but you never know when the young players that you pick up in all these trades that are playing on a pretty inexperienced team put something together for a month or two. And, you've all seen it that they'll be like leading the East. And then
just so everyone knows, Johnson has thrown his 7th straight pitch, all balls.
Yeah, so it's ball 3 here on Bregman. Number 3.
Hey, he did it. Congratulations, buddy.
For he's a jolly good fellow.
There we go.
So it's 3-1 on Breggy. And what do you think of the term Breggy bomb?
I'm fine with it. It flows.
And there's strike 2. Bregman kind of knew he digs in, maybe borderline pitch.
So they're not going to challenge this early in the game. Not here. Unless it's egregious, as JD likes to call it.
And we can look it up, too, to see. Okay.
Pops
it up. Looks like the shortstop's going to get to it. Out in short center field. Calls it in. And there's 1 out. But Michael Busch walks and remains on first base. Here comes Ian Happ, the 3 hitter. which I know is everybody's favorite position to bat him.
I mean, unless you flip him and Bush, there's really nothing you can do till Seiya gets back.
Well, they don't really have the exact kind of power structure that they had maybe with Kyle Tucker in the lineup. It changes things. They have a lot of contact guys who can drive the ball, hit, certainly slug, not necessarily with I mean, you might have multiple guys with between 20 and 30 home runs.
There were 6 last year on the Cubs that had 20 or more home runs.
Which I think I'd rather that, except for when you end up with a situation like yesterday where you have 3 solo home runs and 3 runs.
Now, I've been kind of waiting to see how the Cubs employ some strategy regarding the ABS, and I haven't seen it just yet.
Yeah, I'm curious too.
When you think about it, the Cubs have a lot of guys with good eyes as far as Nico and Bush and Bregman and Ian Happ and Teo when he gets back. It's kind of like, how's this going to work, you know?
We saw teams be wrong this last weekend, and it cost them challenges. And, you know.
I think every hitter thinks that C.B. Buckner has the wrong call on that.
Well, he did the other day. 6, right in a row.
But the Red Sox used all their challenges as well, and there was a whole bunch of bad calls later.
Yeah. Yeah, some of these umpires, once they see the scorecard on them, we've known the scorecard for a while, but now it'll be kind of known in the game. What it takes away is the fact that C.B. Buckner might just be calling the low ball a strike, and once a hitter knows that, they can adjust in the game. That's kind of off.
2-2 on Ian Happ.
Oh, there's a wild pitch away. Wasn't even close. Got to throw him behind him.
Johnson has not had it. He's been wild.
Yeah.
Every single hitter has had at least 3 balls in the count. Single brings home Michael Bush.
Full count. Here's the pitch. And it's low. That's ball 4. So now would be a great time for one of those home runs that we saw yesterday. And this time, maybe PCAs. It gets involved.
There's going to be no wind effect in it, really. It's blowing a little bit from right to left. But if he gets a hold of one, it could be gone.
Yeah, it'd be nice to put up 3 runs in the first inning like happened to the Cubs yesterday.
They were giving out these PCA pins before the game.
If you donated clothes, right?
Yeah, if you donated to the Salvation Army. We got our first mound meeting of the day in the first inning.
I already blew a mound meeting down to 3 mound visits left. But, by the way, now it used to say mound visit out on the scoreboard. Now it just says MV. So I had to kind of figure out what that meant. I was like, MV.
Because now you got the ABS challenge up there now.
Yeah, ABS is up there. That I knew because it says ABS challenges. But MV was not a baseball term before.
Mount Vesuvius?
Mount Vesuvius, yeah, exactly. So let's
move on.
Yeah, there you go.
If anyone has a good MV, put it in the comments here.
Does Bill Veck have a son with an M? Michael Veck, is that a guy?
There is Michael Veck.
Yeah.
If not, there should be.
It's 1-on-1 on PCA as he fouls one back. 1 out in the inning. 2 on the base paths, ready to be hit in by PCA. Here's Johnson comes set. Here's the pitch. And PCA kind of
as a
goes for the golfer. Yeah, goes to golf the splitter. Just gets a piece of it. Just his batting gloves, looks down there.
They're not like us. All right, Pete, come on, lock in. Swing in the zone.
The pitch from Johnson. And did it hit him? No, it looked like it hit him, or
yeah, I think it might have hit him.
Did it fall? No, it looks like it
fell. Maybe the knob of the bat.
Yeah, he just kind of went off and then I couldn't tell if it hit his arm from here or the knob, but apparently he stayed there. So
you said knob.
This is a family podcast. So, this is technically one of those descriptions and accounts of the game.
Oh yeah,
I didn't hear the disclaimer, so it doesn't apply to me, I guess.
we're at 2-2 here, Danny. It's going to be interesting to see if we get another 3-ball count here. I mean, you keep doing that, you're going to have to eventually go inside.
And here's the pitch from Johnson, and PC hits it on the
Yeah.
ground, but it looks like
Foul ball.
a foot, so it's another foul ball. We'll do
This
it
is a
again.
painful at bat for PCA.
Yeah, he's fouled a couple off himself. And
Now up to 22 pitches in the first inning for Johnson.
a young guy like him probably not going to last too long in the game anyway. So the Angels are always an interesting team. They have a bunch of veterans on this one. We already mentioned Jorge Soler. Jamer Candelario is on this team wearing yellow shoes tonight. Actually, Candelario's not playing.
Ball 3.
United is Moncada.
Yohan Moncada. Yep,
Yohan
for the
Moncada.
White Sox.
Candelario's
That is
not
now
in there.
the 4th batter that's gotten to a 3 account right here. PCA chance for starting. I got to say, Danny, I wish they would not do that. I like it when he's more calm.
Yeah.
Reminds me of Hobby that way.
Well, and maybe PCA heard the chant started and thought he'd maybe settle the crowd down a little bit.
Steps out of the box.
That's out of the box. Then the clock resets. Josh on the organ tonight, too. And here's the pitch. And PCA.
Oh, my God. He almost took out Jose Javier at first base. First base coach had to do a little jump.
What do you call that dance move, Crawly?
The jitterbug.
The jitterbug. Yeah, exactly. He'll be feeling that in the morning. Old men don't usually move like that. Here's the pitch, and PCA.
Another foul. We got to take a look at this. What is the pitch count here? This is pitch number. This is going to be pitch number 8 coming up to PCA. No, that's got to be 9. That was a foul for pitch number 9. Look at that.
9 times.
9 times. All right, Pete. He's going to give in sooner or later. Take that ball for a ride here.
Okay, here is the pitch from Johnson, and PCA. This time fires it towards us, and it's going to land right below us. He had hit that a little harder. It's in Crawly's lap. That'd be something. Now that would be a live broadcast to remember. Yeah.
Well, last time we did one of these, we had a walk-off Cubs win. If you remember, last time we did.
All right, we're gonna do it again. Pitch number 10 of the at bat, and that's outside.
He's walking with it.
Well, big chance for Nico Horner out now to prove that he's worth that 6-year extension.
And here comes looks like the pitching coach to have a word. So this is mound visit number 2. And we are still not out of the first inning.
They're gonna go talk it over with.
That is Mike Maddox, brother of Cubs legend and Baseball Hall of Famer Greg Maddox. Mike Maddox, if you remember, at one time was the pitching coach for the Cubs. So we'll see what happens. Mike's a very good coach, but sometimes it's hard to make chicken salad out of chicken shit.
Well, Nico Horner up, contact hitter, certainly not. He's got a pretty speedy guy, so not the best double play candidate. Easy to double up, but they certainly might be playing the infield in this early in the game. But at this point, the guy's walking everybody. Maybe you stand up there and you take a pitch.
Take some pitches. I would not be bunting.
I wonder if
Don't give him a free out. This guy can't get a ball in the strike zone.
yeah, and now he did. It's strike 1.
You knew that was coming. 94-mile-per-hour sinker right down the pipe. But again, make him throw strikes. Make him show that he can do that. If you take a look, that was pretty much middle.
Yeah, Nico steps back into the box.
I wouldn't swing here
Johnson
either.
comes set. Here's the pitch. And Nico skies it high in the air, but I don't think
It'll drive it around. It'll drive it around.
yeah, it's just going to be
Bush tags up. Set fly. Comes up. 1-0. Time for a box shot. And it lands.
Every time the Cubs do something good, you get to see Crawly's crotch as he hangs the flag over the railing. We're in the first row, by the way. Cubs up 1-0. Nice to jump out to a lead, but you certainly want more in this inning.
Carson Kelly had a great year last year. Let's see if he can get one in that jet stream. This kind of feels like, PCA is a lefty, but if you're a righty hitter going out swinging out to left field, if you could pull one,
here's the pitch. Carson takes ball 1.
If you pull one, it's going to end up on Waveland. Maybe Dave will get it.
Well, and I wonder if you do something like this. I don't think that. If you want to hit something like a double steal or something.
Oh, no. Popped him up.
He dropped the ball. And the Cubs are going to score. PCA. It's not fixing. And the Cubs are up 3-0 as both runs score. As the ball drops between the center fielder, the shortstop, and the right fielder. So Jones out, lights out.
There's a tweener. It was right in between 3 guys, left fielder, right fielder, second base. Right in the middle of everybody.
The shortstop is kind of looking out. Who's the shortstop? It's Nito. He's kind of looking out at Mike Crawly. I'll say, what the hell happened there? And here comes Moises Ballesteros. Let's see if the Cubs can get some more. Kelly's laying his in at first base, and here's another pop fly, and it's in no man's land again. And this time the left fielder is able to haul it in. Is that low or low?
Low.
Low?
3 strikes for the Cubs in the first inning.
So just like that done to them yesterday, we did it to them. And you know what? I have a scorecard. I'm not even keeping score. I'm forgetting because we're calling the game.
Yeah, Washington's up 7-0 on Philly. Joey Beamer continues to tear it up. I mean, they're just off to a hot start. I don't feel as bad as I did earlier.
Could you tell me what happened so I can fill out my scorecard so we can talk about it later?
All righty, what are you looking at?
All right, let's start with Chanel, the third batter, the guy that got out for the Angels in the first inning. What did he do?
He lined out to right fielder Michael Conforto.
Okay.
So you're good there. Put the little X there to end the inning. There you go. You don't do the X?
What do you mean X? Oh, yeah. Because sometimes I just put a line. Okay, Bush walks.
Bush walked. Bregman popped up. And then there's all walks.
Who did Bregman pop to?
Shortstop, Nito. So P6.
That's it.
You had a wild pitch, put Bush to second.
Right.
Cap walks. CCA walks. Nico sack fly. And then Carson Kelly singled. And then
wait. Nico sack fly.
Yep. That was score Bush.
Right. The first was up third, and then scored him. And then Pat moved to third, probably, right? Or no, he didn't. It was first and second. Then Kelly, error.
No, single.
Why is it? Oh, well, all right. That's generous. I would have called that an error. Somebody should have caught that, including Mike Trout. Cabrera takes them out in the second inning. Not even a single and an error?
No. Why would it be a single and an error?
Well, yeah, it's true. Why would it be? But I don't know.
There wasn't an error after the
a run all the way from first base. It just seemed like
2 outs.
2 outs. I get it. Yeah.
Contact is what it is.
All right, I'm all caught up here. And
remember the old hip Jorge?
Oh yeah. Well, I loved Jorge Soler. He was a fun player to root for. He came up with all those other rookies that year, you know. And what a freaking basket of talent in 15 and 16. and 14 if you want to count when Javi started. Just guy after guy after guy hit. And he just went down looking on strike 3.
On a 92-mile-per-hour changeup. Wicked pitch. I'll never forget that game when the Cubs had 6 home runs in the NLDS against the Cardinals. 6 home runs. Jorge Soler had one.
Do you remember the game that he hit that towering shot at Busch Stadium?
Yeah.
And that felt like a moment where the Cubs really arrived during that iteration of the team.
Now, former White Sox Yohan Moncada up to bat. Got the yellow gloves, yellow shoes, yellow shin guards.
Yeah, I noticed Bregman had
Yep.
yellow shoes
He's got
on
the yellow stuff,
yesterday.
too. He's got a contract with Adidas. And so that's why he's got that.
The yellow is just not a team color, so it looked kind of weird. I wish
I
it
think
was.
he's going to look good with the baby blues on a Friday.
Yeah, I can see that. Except you kind of look like an Easter egg. I thought it was a little bit more. It was a little too paused, if you will. And I'm paused with a double A. You know what I mean?
Now, here's the thing. You just got a 3-run lead, and it looks like Cabrera's controls abandoning them a little bit. It was
4-pitch walk.
4-pitch walk, and it was three pitches, 5 or 6 pitches against Soler. So here's the thing, and Cabrera's going to learn this real quick. These leads can disappear real quick with this win. So let's just hope that the Cubs are being more careful here.
Right. Okay. The ball gets skied to right field, and it's caught. And that's 2 outs in the inning. And there goes Adele. I feel like they're behind. They're behind, right?
It's not right.
Yeah, they're
Because
incorrect.
Moncada walked.
Now they're up. It's early in the season for
Someone's
everybody.
drinking all of it up there.
Exactly. So score that F9 in your scorebook. Conforto are batting 9th tonight. We'll see him next inning taking at bat. But I was a little surprised to see Matt Shaw out there to start the year in right field.
Why would you put him in that very first game with that dangerous win? We got a pop fly coming back. I can't up there.
I think it's going to be foul. It's going to go right below us. Josh Low, like the store Low. Brandon is Brandon Lau and Josh Lowe. Isn't that those guys that used to be on the Rays? Yeah.
Come on, Cabrera. 97. I mean, it's just so weird after so many years of seeing Cubs pitchers' fastballs, starters' fastballs being like 92. Got a little giddy up on this. Pickoff move isn't all that deceiving. Maybe that's not his best one.
But I'm excited about Cabrera. They really need to go out and get a starting pitcher. And they did it. And it might have not been the most high-end signing, but it's a guy that they believed in. And he just rocked one. But I think PCA's got room.
PCA's got room.
And he's on the warning track, a couple steps into the dirt. He hauls it in and throws it into the bleachers.
Again, if you want to get that jet stream, you got to hook it to the left, kind of the middle of that big scoreboard on the left, and left of the foul pole. You get up in that stream, but where he hit it, you need it all of that.
So just one left for the Angels there with the walk. And we're going to do the military salute now. See, I'll tell you who it is. It's Christopher Abreu, 9 years in the military.
Just so y'all know, I always bring this American flag, Cubs flag, but they never show me because there's always a guy right next to the press box. He's a military veteran, and they always show him with his flag. He doesn't even have a club American flag.
Yeah.
He's just a veteran.
Probably that flag is stolen valor.
Stolen valor. Watch, they'll come in. You're going to see him always at the game. And the only time they show me is when this guy doesn't show up, which is like one game a year.
How old is he?
He's an old guy.
All right, so you're a limit, baby. He's doing the salute.
He's the one saluting, and he just did the salute.
Sometimes I feel like they have old footage of that guy, and he's not here, and they show it.
No, I always look because he's always puts the
right.
flag up.
Because I've certainly seen that in the past.
Man, put away my flag.
So moon is almost full tonight. I believe it's a
What is
wax.
that kid doing? That was bizarre.
Kids are weird. They're gonna get weirder now, and to be trained by AI. You know. Here comes Dansby Swanson. Got no hits.
No. He had a really good spring though, and I know he was working really hard on his offense, but we'll see what happens. That's what Jason Hayward used to say every year, remember? Hayward just retired, but he always every time we come back to Jay Hayes working on his swing.
Yeah, remember the new
He's
swing?
working on his swing.
I wrote a song, dog, to Pretty in Pink. Hayward's new swing. Better speed. Hayward's new swing. Okay, Dansby Swanson takes ball one. A lot of ball one tonight. A lot of ball three. And a few ball fours.
Yeah, you wonder how long Johnson's going to be able to go.
Just
That was a
pitch.
laborious inning.
There's ball two. 90 miles on the cutter. And here's the pitch again. Strike one as Dansby fouls it back. I mean, Dansby, sure, it's been a little less than we would have liked with the bat. But 24 dogs last year is nothing to sneeze at. This time he skies one in the air. It's not going to quite make the bleachers as the left fielder
was on the transfer.
hauls it in and then immediately drops it.
It was on the transfer. That's an out.
So
We're going to show the replay right now, but I think that he caught it and then he went to transfer and he dropped it. We're showing the replay now.
caught.
In his glove, it's caught, and then that's the transfer.
Yeah.
That is not.
I mean, he did look like an idiot, so we have that going for
He
us.
didn't look comfortable.
No. Well, I mean, you got the bleacher creatures out there giving you the business the entire game.
With
Telling
the
you
win.
you suck with the win. Yep.
Looking up your high school girlfriend's photo.
Okay, here comes Michael Conforto. A little bit of a surprise signing for the Cubs, considering that they do have Kevin Alcantara on the team. They had Dylan Carlson, who they also broke with.
But Kevin Alcantara is a guy you want to get every day at basketball. Where you don't need him sitting on the bench. You need him being ready, and that's not going to benefit him. Conforto is a scratch-off ticket. Dylan Carlson's your backup outfielder. If it's a 1-0 game, I want Dylan Carlson in right field. I think he is slightly better than Seiya Suzuki as a defender.
He just struck out, so he's still doesn't have a hit on this young season. He did start yesterday, so he's in for the season. And he's the kind of guy that they'll cut loose if it's not working out.
$2 million,
Yeah.
which is about 5 beers.
Okay. Oh, and it's a comebacker from Michael Bush in his second at bat, and that's just going to do it. 1-3, and there's the second inning for the Cubbies. No runs on no hits, none left, and we move to the top of the third inning.
You don't want to let Johnson, have an easy inning like that. You want to continue to make them work.
Is there more beer money from Scott? Thank you very much, Scott. Woo! Thank you very much. Go get yourself a beer. I'll send you the money for it later. I assume that's going to us. Yeah, but thanks for the money, Scott. And I will say that
To come back into the picture.
to contribute to our beer/hot dog fund. Because now we got enough for a hot dog too.
So right now, the number one song tonight.
My Hot Shell Ray. You know that song?
62%.
The Strokes. Funny. Here's a story about the Strokes I've got. Back in the day, I was in a band called God the Band. And we played a lot of gigs in the East Village. And we played a place called the Spiral Lounge, which just so happened to be a place that the Strokes played a couple of their first gigs. And one night, on a Friday evening, I believe it was a Friday. I don't really remember it. I can't really find I can't find the exact date of but it was probably sometime in October, like 2002-ish. my band played a gig with Strokes. And the thing that was crazy about it is at Spiral Lounge, like we went on at like 8 o'clock and they went on at like 10 o'clock. My band played. Then all of a sudden, between bands, there's another band in between us. And they, all of a sudden, all these like super weird looking models walk into the room. Like supermodels, 50 of supermodels, tall, look like giraffe people. And they all were there to see the Strokes because Julian Casablancas, the lead singer of the Strokes, dad owns Elite Modeling Agency. So it was like, hey, go see my son in the band. He knew all these models. And that's the story of the Strokes' success. When you get a bunch of models to show up to your gig, a lot of other people will show up as well. And I was there.
Maybe they came to see God the Band as this goes to Dansby 6-3. There you go.
There's one out right away.
On 2 pitches.
2 pitches. And Peraza is gone. Not a lot of, I think, baseball broadcasters can tell a story like that. You know?
No. Though not a lot of broadcasters have played in diapers as well.
Yeah, exactly. In the Cheetah Lounge, which is also in Manhattan, which is the same place that Sammy Sosa is mentioned in the Epstein files. So not a lot of people that can claim that either. With Head of Lettuce, who was just went viral on TikTok because she was one of the main people. She's a famous drag queen who was down in Puerto Vallarta and did a lot of correspondence for that whole thing that went down with the cartels.
Here we go, 5-3 to Breggy.
Bregman gets it out of his glove and
double clutch there, no big deal.
5-3 on the leadoff hitter, Nito. So thanks for donating to our fund here. It's at Danny Rockett with 2 T's in Rocket on Venmo. At Danny Rockett.
I think I'm going to start Danny Rockett with 1 T to see if I can maybe get some money off
you. A little cash. Here's the pitch, and he did he check the swing? He did not, and it's strike 1. Like Trout, by the way, up, and he struck out last time up. See if we can get him again.
Well, you want to end this right here. Get it? You want to get Zach Nito.
Wait, is it Zach Nito? Yeah, it's Zach Nito. Okay. Yeah.
And there it is. 3-1. Very efficient, easy inning for Edward Cabrera. And Mike Trout will come up with nobody on base. That's what you like to see. Now, if you're the Cubs, you want to go at Ryan Johnson. That's the key right now.
All right. I suck at keeping score and doing the podcast at once. I'm known for Pat Hughes. But I think I screwed this up. And this would be your F8. And this is your 6-3. I have 4 outs in an inning. That's how.
Namia Shimada flight out to Conforto.
Right.
And then we had Mike Trout. No, that's first inning.
No, what did O'Hop do?
No, it was O'Hop ground out to shortstop 6-3.
6-3. Then 5-3.
Then 3-1.
3-1, yeah. Yeah, it's hard to keep that, Pat Hughes is,
I can't see.
Obviously a Hall of Fame broadcaster, but there's so much to keep track of in a baseball game. And also be smooth with the stories he tells. And on top of that, he's got to talk about North Shore Adult Diapers. We are not actually sponsored by North Shore Adult Diapers.
We just use them.
But we just use them. And that's how we're able to sit here the entire game and not have to get up. Now, I have not used my adult diaper yet because I did manage to take before the game. But I'm drinking some water here. And there's a good chance that at some point I might be using the trough that is the North Shore Adult Diaper. So here comes Alex Bregman leading off the inning.
He's a guy I could see hitting a home run today.
Now, his walk-up music's pretty uninspiring.
Yeah, it is boring.
He fouls one off. I don't even know that song, but it stinks.
What I Want? Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, there are better Morgan Wallens than that one. But I guess he likes that one. He wants the slow vibe. Maybe it relaxes him. Probably, what would your walk-up song be? I mean, you might have multiple for each at bat, but what's one that comes to
Boy,
mind?
I think "Welcome to the Jungle" would be fun. Just that guitar intro. And that's more like a reliever song.
I was going to say, hits it right to the left field. He hit it hard, 101 miles per hour off the bat, but right at the left fielder.
How about "Why Can't We Be Friends" by Wolf?
I like that. It's a nice one. I always like, there's a bit of a deep cut, but if you're familiar with the band Ween, I always like the song "It's Gonna Be a Long Night." One of my favorite songs.
Now, Carson Kelly does it right because he has the walk-up song where everyone's supposed to sing "Be My Little Baby" from Eddie Money,
And he skies it. This one might make the Blitz. Wrigley's third home run of the young season. They hit 163 home runs. He and half rounds of bases. There it is. He and half crosses the plate. It's another solo shot for Ian. That makes it third. That's home runs. And if Ian Happ is going to hit 40 home runs this year, look at that right now. Ian Happ with the haters. I mean, that might get him an extension before the night's out. You know, if he's going to keep it like this as in the last year of his contract.
I wish Jed would Venmo us some beer money.
Yeah, he's got deeper pockets.
He's been feeling very generous lately.
Pico Armstrong to the plate. And he
wanted a home run on that one. That was the home run swing, Pete.
And if you remember, he had about a 10, 11 pitch at bat last time he was up. So he saw quite a bit of Johnson. We'll let you fill in the blanks there. And he's going to follow down the right field line. 1-2 on it. He walked last time up. That was back in the first inning. Scored on that single by Kelly that should have been an error, in my opinion. This is freaking Major League Baseball. Mike Trout's a freaking MVP. That should count for something. Like, get to the ball. Gold Glover my ass. Here's the pitch. Oh! That goes flying. And luckily, now this is the second time he's almost killed the first base coach.
He almost impaled again, Jose Javier.
He's going to have to go get a new bat. Bat boy comes out. You see, he takes a half practice swing. And
I just got a text from Bleacher Jerry that says, "Walk your Hap so hot."
Yeah, walk your hat. Walk your hat playing for that contract. Maybe it'll be a Pittsburgh Pirate where they're finally about to emerge and go back to his hometown and help them to a central title. Hope not, but you can't ever feel bad for the Pirates, except for in 2015 because that was we were long suffering at that point, so I had no love for anybody. But now, like, if the Pirates, I would like to see them get back to it at some point. Maybe on an off year for the Cubs in the future.
Yeah, boy.
Not that I want to see one of those, but they happen.
But you're saying if the Cubs aren't in it, you'd rather the Pirates win it than, say, Milwaukee or St. Louis.
Yeah. 2-2 and 2-2. Second baseman. If he thinks about going to second, but he doesn't get far enough in the outfield.
So, I mean, the acceleration, when he puts that on, I mean, he just has another level.
I love watching the L train go by right now. There's the purple lines, it's the new express train. Runs up on the red line tracks. It's such a unique aspect of this ballpark watching the match.
You used to be able to see it all over the place. Now it's kind of get these little peaks.
Yeah, little peaks. You little peak of the lake too if you go high up enough. Here comes Nico. Swings and misses. Strike one.
On a night like tonight, Danny, I'd like him to get even a few more runs. Let's play a game of screw the closer, right? Let's just get some runs, run it up.
We saw Danny Palenti out there yesterday, and it looked the sharpest. That they were just trying to get him to work, and it wasn't a safe situation. So, that's always trouble. And so it'd be nice if we didn't have to have a safe situation tonight and use them. Use them last night. Use them. Might need him later on in the series. Nice to ease him in, not put too many miles on the arm. PCA, they caught him leaning. They almost got him.
Almost.
But
They're checking to see a challenge. It looks like no challenge.
I guess he got his hand just back in. There's one strike on the batter, Horner. PCA takes a short lead. Now he advances. He's dancing off the mound, and the pitch to Horner swings and misses. Strike 2, 0-2 on him now.
Sometimes you wonder, like, if it's a guy like me, like, you'd rather he just go than do the jittering stuff if you're at home.
Well, it seems like back in the day when you had like a guy, sort of like Vince Coleman, if you remember him from the Cardinals. And he'd be on first base. It was an automatic double. He stole 100 bases. And Nico hits it down the line, but it's going to drop foul. Pete's going to run back to first. But, it was an automatic. It was an automatic double every time Vince Coleman got on first base. And you never guessed he was running first pitch. Probably. They might throw over there a couple times, but there was no use. He was going to steal that bag. Ricky Henderson, another one that. Nico, he inside the pitch, and it goes down the line. And then it goes out of play. It's going to be a ground rule double.
That was a nice piece of hitting by Nico Horner. Little inside-out swing. And there's just not a lot of room down there when they got rid of the bullpens and they moved the seats out. You literally have, like, no room.
Yeah, there's about 2 inches of space. So it comes up second and third with 1 out. PCA could have easily scored on that had it not gone out of play, but
he could have moonwalked in.
Yeah, so he was almost halfway down the line. I had to turn back around, and here comes Carson Kelly.
I got a feeling Carson hits one out tonight. I'm gonna call it
that way.
It feels like a Carson Kelly night.
We saw a lot of power that we didn't necessarily expect from him last year. I mean, we didn't really know much about Carson Kelly. It seemed like a backup catcher. Right to his. I don't know about that.
He just got in.
What happened was Kelly lined it hard right to the second baseman who threw over to third base. PCA was dancing off the bag trying to score. Got his hand back in, but I don't know if he did in time. It didn't look like it to me, but PCA is a quick guy and knows how to get his hand back in, so they're going to not challenge it. Looks like it's going to be safe. So remain second and third after that line out to the second baseman.
That was as close as it could get, though.
Yeah. Most guys don't get back. I think PCA is a special case, and here's Ballesteros. See if he can drive in these ducks on the pond. And he That's 2 wins on the young season for him. As Fred Horner and PCA score, and it's now 5. No, 6. 6-0. After it's a third run of this inning, and the Cubs seem to be walking away with this one.
You gotta wonder if someone's up for them. Does it look like right now? Nope, no one up in the bullpen.
Well, 58 pitches right now. You just kind of figure you're going to lose this one. And it's been garbage time. Because it's going to take a lot for the Angels to even climb back. But it is early in the game. It's only the third. But yeah, Johnson not looking hot. And this is kind of what I thought the Cubs might do on opening day to that rookie starter for the Nationals. But they didn't really ever get anything going. Cade Cavalli, yeah. And maybe he's got higher end stuff than this guy Johnson. Young pitcher, you're hoping you can get something.
And again, when you sit there and you put up all those runs like they did, I mean, that's tough.
It's tough to play from behind, yeah. So Mo Baller on first base. Here's the pitch from Johnson, and it's going to be a ball for ball 2.
I mean, you think, Boy says he just kind of had a rough weekend, and didn't really have a couple great outings. He's going to be a DH. He was given the job. He earned it. I don't want to say he was given it. He was earned it. But it's just tough to have a tough weekend, a frustrating weekend for everybody on the Cubs. Yeah. Nice job by the catcher. That was almost wild pitch number 2 by Johnson. But for Mulbauer to get that hit, you get to breathe a little bit. You get a couple of ribeyes on the when you see your face on the Jumbotron. Good feeling.
Relaxes you too, yeah. And the Cubs are certainly hitting tonight. I mean, we didn't see a lot this weekend. It was 3 home runs yesterday. It was,
No.
10 run
You had
Saturday.
Game 1, you were 4 for 19 with runners in scoring position.
Yeah.
You had
You
a
had
lot
the
of guys on
chances,
base.
yeah.
You didn't score. The second game, Davies going to do a job. Second game, you had 10 runs. And then the third game, you had 4 hits.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I guess, remember, this has been the frustrating thing the last bunch of years is, having that run differential that looks like you should be winning more than you are. And, putting up, like this game, you put up 10 runs on Saturday and put up 6 runs already in 3 innings tonight. And this should be enough to win, but, who knows? Maybe, they can lose the next 2, 3-2. And,
well, let's not try to manifest that. Let's get positive mindset here. I mean, the big question is JMO tomorrow,
Yeah, as it was with Shota Imanaga yesterday.
And I don't think Shota did that bad, to be 100% honest with you. That pitch to Beamer, it was low, it was out of the strike zone, and he just golfed. He went down and he got it. This is a kid that's hot. Last time I checked, he was 9 for 9 to start the season.
Oh, my God, yeah. Ex-Brewer, Joey Weimer. So Conforto got nothing on the season. Bet nothing.
Oh, my. Wow.
He still bets nothing.
I don't know why they don't give Dylan Carlson a shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's kind of strange, right?
I thought he looked really good in Mesa. I know it's Mesa, but why do you play if it doesn't mean nothing?
Yeah. Well, because the Cubs keep scoring, we're going to lead off with our leadoff hitter next inning. So, Michael Bush.
His third time through the order.
Yeah, already only the 4th inning.
4th inning. Oh, Mamba. It's up to $4,000, so they keep upping the ante here. So that means that the umpire's going to throw the ball. It's got to stick on the mound. It's up.
And it's over.
It's good. It's good. That's $4,000 for a season ticket holder.
And congratulations. Jacob won it.
He's an old guy. Let's go find him, see if he'll buy us drinks tonight.
Yeah, let's go find Jacob. I mean, he's an old guy. He doesn't need $4,000. He's if he's a season ticket holder, he's an old guy. Yeah, there we go. Let's get him a will. That's what we need to do with Jacob.
We do that after the strip club.
Yeah, exactly.
When we're best friends.
Yeah. So at some point, we need to go spend some of that money that people have so graciously given us at Danny-Rockett with 2 T's on Venmo if you want to
I will leave my microphone. I will go grab a beer.
Yeah, but you know what I would love is some food. You get some French fries from that grab and go.
French fries.
Yeah.
Oh, man, what do we got over here? Cameraman.
Yeah, I'll save his battery here. Turn this off momentarily. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. All right, Mike Trout now leads it off for the Angels of Los Angeles near Anaheim in the state of California, the country of the United States, the northern hemisphere of North America on planet Earth, is I believe the full name of that team. Mike Trout. Long great career. First ballot Hall of Famer, Mike Trout. Cabrera's got him 2-0 right now, and Mike Trout's going to take strike 1. And a curveball, and he gets over the plate at 82. It's now 2-1 on him. Here's the pitch. Right back at him, and Trout pops it up. That might get out of play, but no, I think Bush has played a play on it, and he gloves it for out number 1. Score that P3 on your scorecard. Kind of exciting back in the day, you didn't get to see the Angels that much. I see them pretty much every other year. But, it kind of takes away a little bit of the specialness of everything, like as it used to in the past. When you would only play American League teams, rarely. If when I was a kid, you never played them at all. You played the White Sox in the Crosstown Classic once a year. That was always interesting. It would sell that game out. And then you only had the All-Star game and then the World Series. That's the only time the teams played each other when I was a child. And now it was interesting for a bit. You get to see different ballparks travel around. But now that happens every year with the quote-unquote balanced schedule, I don't know that it is as interesting as it used to be. Because everybody uses the DH. Everybody plays by the same rules. It used to be more interesting when there were different rules in different ways. And this ball is going to get down for actually the Angels' first hit of the game as Michael Conforto gloves it on the grass in right field. And there's a base hit for Shamil Shalazal, Hassan Pepper Incorporated. We're going to do it. And here comes Hip Hip Jorge Soler. Big righty power hitter. Great years with the Cubs. Traded him away for, what's the guy's name from the Royals, the closer. Forget his name. Put it in the chat. Let everybody know I forget his name. But he was decent. Jorge Soler hits one hard, but foul. We're going to do it again. Strike 1 on him. I was a big Jorge Soler fan. I loved when he made those glasses out of cups. That always entertained everybody. Here's a pitch by Cabrera. It works quickly. You have to these days. Strike 2 as the ball pops out of the catcher's mitt. And I think he might have gotten a little piece of that one. Quickly 0-2 on Soler. Handsome guy, Soler. Always big, muscular guy. He got injured quite a bit. And then as soon as he left to the Royals, he hit 50 home runs. And a lot of talent in that bat. Managed to stay in the major leagues a long time now. Here's the pitch, and Soler hits it hard, but that's also going to go foul down the line, and hopefully that's out of everybody's way because that could have hurt somebody. He hit that quite hard. I just missed the exit deal on that one, but it was significant. Lined out last time up. And here's the pitch from Edward Cabrera, the Cubs' new righty. And where Soler checks his swing, it's going to be ball 2 or ball 1. Ball 1. 1-2 now. And Cabrera does work quickly, though. He's certainly delivering the ball with a pace. Okay, Jorge on the ground to Bregman, throws over to Nico, over to Fisk for a double play, and that's going to do it for the Angels in the 4th. Double play. Nice to see. Cubs defense is actually, that infield is going to be here for a while. You think about the Nico 6-year contract. Bush is still under control for a bit. And then on top of that, you have Bregman, who they signed long-term, and Tasby for a few more years. So for the foreseeable future, the Cubs are pretty set up, not since Tinker's ever's a chance. Have you had really a lineup that you could kind of pencil up there every single day? Who's the last guy? Harry Steinfeld, I think, is the third baseman. For Tinker's ever's a chance trio. He was the third baseman. Johnson's still out there on the mound, by the way, for the Angels, so they're just going to go with him, try to save their bullpen, live to play another day. And the bleachers pretty full tonight, pretty packed, as you kind of would expect on a beautiful night here in Chicago. Unseasonably warm, really. which brought a lot of people out to the ballpark. I would say even the stands are probably 8/10 full, 8, 9/10 full. Not too many empty seats in the house tonight. But yeah, there's going to be stability on the north side of the infield. Outfield's a different story, of course, with the expiring contracts of Suzuki and Happ. We'll see what they do there. If Ian Happ keeps in like this, any team would love to have him. And I don't know that the Cubs are willing to spend the money at this point. But I would imagine that Ian Happ wouldn't mind staying in Chicago. No, Crawly's back with my fries. So we'll let him. Nice. Hey, it's a little fries.
I'll tell you, right? That's what you get.
How much they charge for fries like this?
I don't even know.
But
Because they do things now with it's like all on carts. You just walk in, so you never really know what you're spending.
thanks, you want a fry?
I got a nice, delicious mango cart, but I will tell you, I went to go get a beer, and who did I run into in line but Al Capone? And same thing I said earlier, they are squeezing out the beer vendors for these grab and goes. So all the good beers they took away from the vendor carts, and they put them in these grab and go stations. So either I got to drink, I don't know. I like to kind of mix my beers up when I go there. So it's like I just don't have options when I go to the beer cart.
The one and two now on the lead up hitter Bush. So what are you drinking there now?
Mango Cart by Golden Road. It's very good. I always tell people, like, if you've ever, like, when you were a kid, did you ever used to have, like, it was Tim. Did you ever have a fruit cocktail? And then when you're done with the fruit cocktail, you drink the syrup?
Yeah.
It tastes like the syrup.
See, that's a little too sweet for my taste today. It's 2 and 2, by the way, on Bush. Yeah, I don't really never like the sweet beers that much. I kind of like beer flavored beer. Like your first beer of the night was an old style.
Classic.
That's what I like, is a beer flavored beer. I don't drink beer anymore, but if I'm gonna drink like an NA, I'll get like a Busch Light. I'm just lawn mowing beer. That's my style.
Yeah, the old Busch latte. That's a nice walk from Michael Busch. I mean, this is unbelievable, Johnson.
We're just gonna leave him out there to wear all this, I guess. Maybe they get 5 innings out of him. They can do this.
I could try.
Well, it's 6-0. You could climb back in. 72 pitches. You want to keep him stretched out. Maybe they try to get this inning out of him.
So what you're saying basically is that they have, they're waving the white flag. They have surrendered.
I mean, I don't see any team would do that in the 4th inning of any game, especially with the wind blowing out here, Wrigley and Mike Trout in your lineup. But because he put together a good inning, you can climb back in pretty easily. Cabrera has gotten through the order 1.5 times at this point, but good. The 3rd time through is always that kind of magic charm. Bregman's going to hit a single, make a person second. Nobody out. But so I don't know if Johnson is going to make it at this point.
Because now you got Ian Happ, who homered his last at bat. I mean, that ball was right on the tee.
And scalded. Yeah, that was not a cheap hit.
I need your love. I need your love.
Anyway, thanks for all of you that donated.
Sure.
Because we got a beer and surprise. I got to send Crawly. You don't know your Venmo? Because you paid. Now I got to Venmo you. It's all this roundabout thing.
We'll figure it out.
That's okay. But we're having a good time here tonight. Thanks for tuning in.
We're having fun. It's a beautiful night for baseball. The beers are going down cold.
Well, not for nothing. I think that a calling of the game by you and me is actually a pretty. I think it rivals some major league broadcasts out there. I'm dead serious. We know a lot about the game. Not the two.
Who's the guy that does the White Sox play-by-play? He's awful. What's his name? I can't remember. I try to forget him.
I mean, would you rather hear us?
Oh yeah.
Or Zach Zaidman? You know what I mean? Come on now. So, just saying. You know, at least with us, you kind of know what's going on, and we have interesting stories about the strokes. Okay, that's going to be ball one. It's now 1 and 2 on half.
See what Happer does here. I feel he's feeling it. He's feeling it. And running 3 consecutive games.
Zach Zaidman doesn't eat fries, though, on camera. So I'll give him that. He's a lot more professional than I am. We're getting drunk. So, okay. The ground. And he's going to go to first base with it because he really didn't have time.
It kind of was a slow-moving play, and his momentum was taking him towards first. He couldn't make the turn.
It's as good as a punt now. Not really a sacrifice, but it's a 6-3.
But again, keep driving in runs. Keep adding. I know PCA wants to swing wildly here. Just make contact, man. That ball will go far. Driving a run.
PCA ducks on the pound, 1 out, 2 on, 1 out, and PCA swings at garbage for strike 1.
That's kind of what I was hoping he wouldn't do.
Mm-hmm.
They come in, he's done. I think they're tapping him out.
Yeah, I think
Johnson's done.
Now, isn't that weird that they would give him 1 strike? And he literally.
I think Suzuki was kind of half asleep by the time he got out there.
Oh,
he's not. I don't know. Did they signal him? Yeah, no, he just did.
Now, was it possible they didn't like something that mechanically that they saw?
That it was weird.
Because
They got the strike on him. The pitch sucked.
They got 1 strike at him, Johnson.
Time for a little YMCA, sports fans. There we go. In honor of Dorothy Fail.
It's always fun when they play this early in the game. It means things are going well for the Cubbies. Now, what's strange is that when they do this bit, because it's an opener, I always find that odd.
That is odd. And I will also say, because I'm a grumpy old man, I don't want to hear Sabrina Carpenter's OTO after.
Yeah, you got to get the kids into it, though, you know?
My kids learned how to do the YMCA dance at a very early age.
Well, we really have to reclaim this song from Donald Trump. Because doing the double jerk off, that's not gonna do it. They got everything.
Bill Murray.
Is that Bill Murray?
No.
I think it's Bill Murray.
I don't think Bill Murray sits in the far right corner.
I don't think so either, but that guy looked like Bill Murray. Okay, now here comes the Chapel Road.
Yeah, man, it throws me off.
But look at all the girls; they're all dancing.
They still dance to why.
And all the kids, they love it. Guy was Bill Murray. He loves it.
It's not Bill Murray. It looks more like the Bleacher Preacher.
It's like a mix between the Bleacher Preacher and Bill Murray. Dude, even the boys, even the young boys love this song.
I don't know if my boy got up on that, there'd be a little smack for me.
That kid, probably in his 20s, like a 25-year-old groiper, he was loving that song even. See, like middle-aged people, they all love Chapel Roan. Here you are, a grumpy old man. It's a good song.
It's not. It's a tradition. YMCA.
H-O-T-T-O-G-O. Well, now here's the problem. Now that you've done H-O-T-T-O-G-O, like, is that going to be like the safety dance of its moment? You know what I mean? Like, that it's like in 10 years, that'll just be such a, it's not going to last like the YMCA.
Joey Lucchesi's on the mound. Play for Team Italy.
Well. Yeah, Team Italy was fun. They had an espresso machine. The fries were pretty good. They were slightly lukewarm, but I've had cold fries here, so it could be worse. Wrigley not known for its ballpark food.
You got a lefty now against Pete. I mean, I think that's got to be hard too. You're coming in; it's not even a 0-0 count.
Yeah,
you got to strike at least, but it's just kind of like, you know.
It's 1-1 now.
Yeah, he bounced that one, and that wasn't too good.
I mean, hopefully they told him that he had a strike to a little bit.
That's another one. He hasn't gotten it to the catcher yet.
He does not seem warmed up. I mean,
No.
those balls are landing 3 feet in front of the plate.
Remember when Lou Piniella got mad? God, who was it? Someone in the chat? I can't remember who it was, but was it Scotty Air? Or who was it? Where I got a guy who's throwing the ball 59 feet. Curveball. Boy, they don't make him like Lou Piniella anymore, do they?
No, and in fact, if you think about the manager of the Nationals that was just said, the guy's 33 years old. Reminds me of one of Elon's Doge guys. You know what I mean? These young hot shots. He probably does the lineup GPT, knows how to work all the, do all the buttons and figure out all the advanced analytics. So these days you just gotta, read the Chat GPT AI tea leaves. Really, this is the job.
I did have the pleasure of speaking to Joe Madden. He was in Rosemont in November, and he is just such a great guy. And the fact that he doesn't have a job is criminal in my mind.
Right, because a guy like him would have gone out like a Piniella, fallen asleep on the bench, or like a LaRussa, who's getting advice to when to change the hitter or the pitcher from the fans in the first row. And that's strike 3. Oh, man. He took one. Is that looking or swinging? I don't even know. I think he took that looking. I just kind of saw the tail end of it. I have a... Yeah, K, but backwards K up on the board.
Backwards K.
That's what I thought. Here comes Horner facing the lefty.
So they got the lefty in against Pete. Now you got the righty in Horner, and that's where the Cubs' versatility and how many lefty righties they have. Now they can match up, give problems to a lot of bullpens.
Well, and if you put him on, you got Kelly right behind him, who's got a fair amount of power as well. Already 1 for 2 on the night. Horner 1 for 1. Horner with a sacrifice fly in the first inning and a double last inning.
Yep.
So the Cubs getting their chances tonight, that's for sure.
That was the pitch he wants back.
1 and 2. Holding the Cubs have 7 hits so far tonight.
Boy, that wind just came out of nowhere. That was a nice gust there.
Looks like they're taking 4 walks already tonight. 7 hits. A lot of
base runners.
Yeah, and it's in only four innings. Although I think some of those hits should have been errors.
Yeah, never went off their glove or anything.
It's the participation trophy umpires. Oh, and Nico to shortstop. He throws across the diamond, and it just gets Nico, who is really sweet. He really was, yeah. They just got him.
Lucchese limits the damage. Cubs welcome. Here we go.
Unable to score. Hiawatha score.
I was trying to get in on this range game.
Yeah, the range game is
my specialty.
Yeah, he's a trivia whiz. Okay, you ready? You can play at home. What's the question?
How many regular nights games? What are we at right now?
How many regular season night games have been played at Wrigley Field? Well, 88 times, let's say, 20 a year. It's like, it's 600.
No, I'm going to say, no. That's good.
He's stopped at 980.
I like it.
That's 883. So he's wrong. He was nothing. You lose 3. The Cubs have a 471 and 412 record in night games at Wrigley Field. Maybe the Cubs should play more night games.
That would make the Cubs happy.
Well, it would make the fans happy because it's once, this is our first night game, as you can see from our giveaway hats. Replicas of the.
Which of the following is a real name of a former Cubs player, real or fake?
Bryce Winnell, Alec Bogue, Jack Seelman, or Hal Jeffcoat? I'm going to say Jeffcoat is real.
I'm going Hal Jeffcoat's real.
Yeah, I remember a guy named Jeffcoat. I didn't remember the Hal, and we're right. Al Jeffcoat was a Cubs player. Are you going to tell us anything about this guy? No, they are not. Oh, yeah, here he is. Here I am thinking I remember him. He's from 1948 to 55.
Well, basically, like there's so many forgettable players, especially from the 90s.
He served in the Army, it said, and won the Purple Heart.
Look at that.
And the first pitch is going to go right back to Cabrera, who's going to throw over the punch, and it's 1-3. And there goes
Yohan Moncada. One hopper.
Joe Adele. It's a good name.
Huh?
Into the top of the fifth here. Here's the pitch from Cabrera, who throws 96-mile-per-hour fastball.
All right.
And that is his 54th pitch of the game. Pretty efficient here from Cabrera in his first start as a Cub.
Joe Adele's a guy that you really thought was going to break out, and he never really has.
Well, I mean, 37 home runs last year. I mean, I'd take that out of the team. That would have led the Cubs. But really, it's just you wonder how the Angels, year after year after year after year, can have all these great players and still finish third. I mean, granted, you had the Astros kind of owning the division for a while. The Rangers have had a lot of success, so I get it. Mariners have had a tough division. Sneakily a tough division. But the Angels have just never been able to catch that sort of magic that there's a lot of times having to do with pitching. I guess Quintana didn't do it for him.
I had Derek from Talking Halos on the podcast, the Fly the W podcast last night. And talking to him reminded me like talking to a White Sox fan. Until Artie Moreno sells the team, they just feel like there's no hope.
Yeah, I mean, but it unlike the White Sox, though, this team has players you've heard of. Oh, and they got him. He tried to check his swing, and Joe Adele.
Well, let's give the home plate umpire a shout out there, because we talked about C.D. Buckner earlier, and he refused. That's why Joe Cole, that passed the game, refused to get a second opinion from someone who has a better angle. I think that should be mandatory. That shouldn't be the home plate umpire's call. Either the first or the third base umpire has a better look at that check swing.
They do.
So he didn't call it, but the first base ump, he checked, and he did. Yeah, it was the right call.
Yeah, and what skin is it off your nose to ask?
No.
Just if it's a check swing, ask for some help, or maybe it can be overruled by the other umpire. Here's the pitch by Cabrera, and it's going to foul back, and it's 0-2 on Josh Low. Shorty got low.
Those apple bottom jeans.
Yeah.
Was that Tom Cruise in Tropic Thunder? Was that not the greatest cameo ever?
It was good. Here's the pitch.
Les Gross to
low. 1-2 on Low. We're going to go with Low.
Low.
6-0 Cubs, 2 outs in the fifth inning. And Low's going to go down and get one. And Hap's got it. Now we're going to see if we get a patented Wrigley Field proposal and a of the Rumchata. You're going to be on this? You got to get your camera out because we're using my camera.
Tell me when you're ready. Now,
happy birthday, Alfredo, on the big board.
Happy 50th.
Honoring Pete Zullo, R.I.P. biggest Cubs fan. I don't know about that if Crawly exists. Denison High, perfect team for 50 years. Happy anniversary. Our beloved friend Anthony Richards being honored tonight. Kelly and Katie and McKenna and Schmitty get welcomed by the Cubs. Happy 30th birthday, Amanda, from her family. Happy birthday, Alex Bregman. Let's get a breaking bomb for his birthday. Cubs shady messages, though. It looks like they're out of messages. No proposal tonight.
Love is not in the air.
But if you'd like to pay $200 to have 2 seconds on the scoreboard, I mean, Now, with so few purchased this evening, you'd think they could have left the messages that were purchased up there a little bit longer. Like, I didn't even have time to read them before they were off. Oh, here we got more. Oh, no, they're playing them again. Jack and Taylor on your marriage. Alfredo.
We're back with Alfredo.
So here's a little bit of inside baseball secrets of Wrigley. Is if you want to put a video board message to yourself or to a loved one, do it on an evening where you don't think there's going to be a lot of video messages. You'll get played twice.
They're just running through.
They just run through them.
There's Schmitty again.
So early April, late March, that's the time to get your name on the big board. But it is expensive. It's like $150, $200.
Yeah, but like on like these 50th anniversaries and stuff, you might as well. Only live once, right? How about Josh playing Heroes by David Bowie on the organ, on the Lowry organ?
That Josh, just an incredible guy, incredible organ player, a deep knowledge of many different styles of music, including banda music, which he is somewhat of an expert. Josh, the organ player for the Cubs tonight, runs the only English language site dedicated to banda music. Interesting guy. Plays at a church out in the burbs. If you're a parishioner there, consider yourself lucky.
Carson Kelly, this is my pick to hit a home run tonight. I still think it's happening for Carson. Lefty Lucchesi's still on the mound. This might be it right
Lefty
here.
Lucchesi.
Lefty Lucchesi sounds like a mobster.
Now, my sister remarked yesterday about Carson Kelly's walk-up music that Chicago really loves that song. Okay, the ball hits off the shoe of your Casey, and then goes to the second baseman who throws over and just gets Kelly.
So that would be 1-4-3 double, or 1-4-3?
1-4-3 put out.
One.
But
Anyone other than Carson Kelly has ever seen.
I was gonna say Carson Kelly really running like a catcher on that.
Come on, Mo Baller.
Was this by a stereo up to the what song is that? Oh, here it is. Danza Kuduro. He's
a great kid. I remember, again, I always tell you, if you go to spring training, head to the backfields. That's where you meet these guys when no one knows who they are. And I remember talking to Moises Ballesteros in the backfields, and just such a great kid. Just loves baseball so much. And I'm going to keep saying this. I think a lot of people sleep on him as a catcher. I still think he can develop into a serviceable big league catcher. And if his bat does what we think he can do, it's going to be a great asset to have on the team.
You know what I love about him too? I was a fat kid. And it gives a fat kid like me hope that maybe you can make it to the major leagues if you can develop some talent muscle.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the squatty body.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody roots for a dude like that, you know? Like, remember, who was that guy that we had? It looked like John Kruk.
Really? Downstairs?
Not after him. He ended up playing with the Brewers.
Oh, God.
Dan Vogelback. Yeah.
Him and Schwarber came up together, and this is when Schwarber was still chubby.
They looked a lot like each other before Schwarber lost the baby fat. Unlike Miguel Amaya, who I said looked thicker this year, what he did was fill out. So he looked pretty skinny before. He looked like a boy. And now he looks a little thicker this year. Ballesteros certainly not missing meals either. Casey.
Oh, boy.
And it's good. He's in there seeing a tough lefty and he strikes out. But, let's see where he's swinging without the bat on his shoulder.
Come on, man.
And that's one thing you wonder when, say, Suzuki comes back, and the fact that you do have Dylan Carlson on the team, you do have a good Conforto if he can get a bat together. You wonder if they platoon a little bit that DH spot every now and again.
I think with Shaw will get the DH. He'll platoon it.
You've got some options, that's for sure.
It does you no good to have Shaw sitting on the bench. That's all I'm going to tell you.
Ball one to Dansby. 2 outs. Only one hit for the Angels tonight, too.
Oh, I mean, Cabrera's been dominant.
Here's the pitch. Dansby falls it back.
Does Dansby have the greatest hair in Cubs history?
You know, I know I don't really have a lot to compare it to. I can't say that I noticed the player's hair that much just because, I mean, like Jose Cardinal would be like, I think the best hair just because he would have that giant afro and then he put his like tiny baseball cap on top of this huge fro. Like now that's a
look like the ice cream cup bowl.
Exactly. That's my kind of thing.
Pierce Johnson, who I forget what team he's with now. His nickname was Flo Bro. He had some nice flow.
I want to see the Padres did. It Cubs not a real long hair team. Like they never have that like Jason Worth guy who looks like a caveman. You know what I mean?
The Phillies?
Yeah, the Phillies are so simple a caveman could do it. Jason Worth's entire career. There was a guy that also played, forget who it was, but he looked like Jason Worth, except for he wasn't as good. And I called him one time in the left field bleachers. I called him the poor man's Jason Worth, and he turned around and he goes, "Yeah, pretty much." God, I forget who it was.
The Timu Jason Worth.
It was the Timu Jason Worth. We always get Johnny Damon. Remember when he had the long hair and
he made him cut it when he went to the Yankees.
Well, yeah, and he looked ridiculous as a Yankee. You know, there's a man that really benefited from having a beard.
What about what's his name? Andrew McCutcheon. Remember he had those awesome dreadlocks?
Oh yeah,
the Yankees made him come.
Cut him off, and his head looked like a peanut.
It was like Samson from the biblical story.
Yeah, and he wasn't good again until he went back to the Pirates. And Swanson working it full here, 3-2.
I will tell you the one that looked the funniest in the Yankees.
Umpire calls time. Oh, it looks like a pitch clock violation on the pitcher New Casey, and Dansby's gonna walk.
Come on now.
Thank you very much. You see that every day. Umpire pointed to his wrist. I don't even know if he's wearing a watch, but that is the eternal sign for you took too long and you're late. You're late, buddy.
That's the Judge Judy gift.
Exactly. There's another story you're not going to get on most broadcast. I spent it was either a Rosh Hashanah or a Yom Kippur with Judge Judy and her husband, Jerry.
All right.
Because I dated this rich girl from the Upper East Side of Manhattan for about 2 years. I lived on Madison Avenue and 780 Madison, so between 66th and 67th Street. You can look it up on Google Maps or whatever. It's my old building. Lived on the 3rd floor. And anyway, we had a good deal on the place. But for Rosh Hashanah that year, that show, by the way, pitch hitting, the mom, because they were rich Upper East Side family, so they knew the Shimelets. And they invited them over to Rosh Hashanah dinner. So I sat there and I got drunk on wine from the Golden Heights with Jerry Scheinman, who I talked to all night. Did not talk to Judge Judy because I'm a little scared of her. Here's the pitch to Shaw. Ball outside. I was a little scared. I said hello.
I think she could be intimidating.
Now, who's somebody that you've maybe been at a dinner or a restaurant with that maybe was a celebrity in their own right?
I always tend to laugh. It wasn't a dinner, but
ground ball from Shaw. Gets through, and that's going to send Dansby all the way to third base.
This inning is extended because of that pitch clock violation. 2-2, 2 outs. 3-2, 2 outs. Pitch clock violation. Dansby gets the first. Now it's going back to the top of the order.
So first and third, and the single by Shaw. So yeah, and here comes Michael Bush. The catcher wants to do something here. He's standing in front of home plate.
He's just telling everybody which way the ball's supposed to be going on the situation. Coaching the defense. Let's see if we got something here from Michael Bush. Lefty matchup.
First and third now. Matt Shaw's got some wheels on him. You know, second and third with 2 outs looks a lot better than first and third. Bush, pretty good contact.
This is the question we've had. How's he going to do against lefties? Is he going to face more lefties? Here's a little interesting test early in the season.
Well, and that's another reason to maybe send the runner, as it might displace the second baseman and open up a hole on the right side of the infield for Bush to poke one
Just
through.
like the Angels were thinking the same thing as Lucchesi throws it to first.
But this day and age, you can't just throw over there all day long. So
Disengagement.
this is Bush's fourth at bat already, and it's only the fifth inning
Another one.
of the throw. And now he's got to get him. Now I don't understand the booing on the throw over because now
It's just traditional. We did when we were kids.
it's traditional, but it doesn't make sense anymore. So you have to, move with the times.
There he
There
is.
goes Shaw, and he's going to make it.
Not even close.
The ball's in the dirt. They just almost let him have the base.
So here's the situation. You got Michael Bush, who's a lefty versus Lucchesi. If all of a sudden somehow Bush walks or if he gets on, now you got Bregman coming up a righty with the bases loaded.
Already 1 for 3 in the game and 2 home runs yesterday. Here's the pitch from Lucchesi.
Oh,
Bush hits it right for the plate.
no, foul ball. Dansby trying to push Michael Bush out of the way to get home on that.
So we've been checking out I can't see the comments on the screen. Are we getting a lot of fun comments? I wish we could bring them on the screen. That's why we have it so that it's
All right, here's what I got.
going to be shown. But thanks for showing up tonight. This is fun. The Cubbies are looking good this evening. 2 on. Michael Bush, 2-1.
Happy birthday, Artie Boucher.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday, Artie. Here's the pitch. And Michael Bush swings and misses. And
T-Mac was in the bleachers.
Who is?
Taylor McGregor was in the bleachers. Someone says we're giving Stadler and Waldorf a run for the money. We talked about that. John Sheffrin, that's the bad guy from the White Sox. Oh, my God. Yes, Lou Piniella did think Scotty Ayers' name was Stevie. See, that's classic.
This is baseball 3-2.
This is what I told you. If he walks, you are in big trouble. So right now, Michael Bush is looking at one pitch, and if it's in his zone, he's swinging. Other than that, let it go.
The crowd getting into it a little bit, but not as much as I would think they would in this situation.
There you go.
Oh, sense. Sitting on top of a 6-0 lead. Bush fouls it off.
Mitch Williams had some great hair. That is true.
That is a good name. You remember?
Mark Grace.
That's a good head
Mark
of hair.
Grace.
Now, do you remember when we met Mitch Williams at Stu's house at Club 400? And I got to go and play a song for him, and you interviewed him, right?
No, I did the song with you.
You did a song with me.
I didn't interview him.
So when we, we'll
Everybody
tell
hates
this.
Lenny Dykstra.
Right. Everybody hates Lenny Dykstra. Oh, something happened to the preachers out there. And Michael Bush hits it on the ground to the first baseman. He's going to take it himself 3 unassisted. And that's that.
Yeah, that was Mitch Williams. He did a hilarious Don Zimmer impersonation that I remember.
So when we got to meet Mitch Williams, I had my long COVID hair at the time. And I showed him because I had a mullet going on at the moment. And I said to Mitch Williams, I'm like, look, I'm inspired by you. I got a mullet. And Mitch Williams looked at me with a big old dip in his mouth. He goes, more like a skullet. And he was right, because I had a big bald spot, but I couldn't see it, but he could. And Mitch Williams made fun of my hair. So you're about to tell me, like, what kind of celebrity you might have had.
One of my favorite stories. I was actually, you were playing at G-Man Tavern on opening day one time. And anyone that's been to G-Man Tavern knows where Danny would play or any band would play is on one side of the venue. On the other side is just kind of the sit-down bar, records. And then in the middle is the bathroom. And so I had to go to the bathroom. I wanted to do it before the band came on, the Bleacher Bum Band. And sitting in a booth was Jeff Garland, Vince Vaughn, and Tom Morello from Rage Against the Machine. Now, I had had a few cocktails in me, and I had enough liquid courage to sit down and push myself into the booth with those 3 guys. Now, I had seen Jeff Garland earlier. We were in the HBO documentary together in 2007. Wait till next year. And then what's his name? Tom Morello was laughing his ass off. And then Vince Vaughn was staring daggers at me. I thought he was going to slap me in the face. And I was trying to get Tom Morello to play with the bleacher bump man. He wouldn't do it.
Something. Hey, Tom Morello, he's awesome. He's out there still every day, still rocking and rolling. He wrote a show that was recently at the Goodman Theater. That was I can't say it was my favorite show that I've ever seen, but it's cool that he's still out there doing stuff. It was certainly a loud show. He likes his music.
He's from Libertyville.
Yeah.
And him and the guitarist from Tool, James Maynard, went to the same high school at the same time. Like, what are the odds?
So Cabrera's still in there, starting his sixth inning of work. 95 on the fastball still.
Got plenty of life still.
Yeah. Now he can hit a little higher. That's not his hardest fastball that he throws.
No, he's throwing 97, 98 tonight.
91 on the change. So it's 1-1 on Logan O'Hop.
Logan O'Hop.
Oh, now, that sounds like a leprechaun name.
It totally does.
You know? Hey, I'm Logan O'Hop. Don't steal me pot of gold.
Or me Lucky Charms.
Or me Lucky Charms. Here's the pitch from Cabrera. Is on the ground to the shortstop. Swanson double clutches, throws across, and gets him
6-3 in
a couple steps. And O'Hop is hopping back to the dugout.
Now, I'm wondering, I'm curious, do you know who's doing the seventh inning stretch tonight?
I don't. Oswald Peraza. Oswald, that's kind of a cool name. Think he goes by Ozzy?
Ozzy? I would.
I mean, he could have gone by Ozzy on the board, but he went by Oswald. It's kind of also a nerd name.
And I wonder if it's Oswald or Oswaldo?
Oswaldo Peraza. Hey, you know what we should do? We should try to do an entire inning in Spanish. And you're probably better. You're better than me. You're more fluent, I think.
I think it'd be an interesting call, but I'm going to leave it to Miguel Esparza and the experts.
Voy a hablar solo en español y Crawly solo en inglés.
As we watch the viewership drop.
Yes.
We still have beer money we could get here. Don't scare the crowd.
If you want to send us beer money to not speak in Spanish, it's 2-2 on Oswaldo Peraza.
I mean, the pitch count is relatively low at 72, but roughly, the first time out, it's about 70, 75 pitches.
I mean, I think with one out right now, they might let him finish the inning. This is the world of pitch counts, not innings.
Right, and you're going back to the top of the order.
Yeah, so you think you're going to go.
Here's the thing. You don't want to leave on a down note, right? The guy's been pitching nonstop.
They're only giving up one hit.
Is there anyone up even? Doesn't look like there's anyone even up. So
yeah, so it looks like it's Cabrera's. I mean, at this point, you've certainly used your bullpen the last couple of days. It's not like they necessarily need a day off. It's early in the season. But if Cabrera's cruising, and he is because he just struck out Oswaldo Peraza with a changeup, 92. That's a hard change.
honestly, that's the fastball pretty much of like, Shody Managa and Jameson Tyler.
Exactly. So the Cubs, they've had that pitch to contact profile for many of their starters over the last couple of years, and this is the first guy we've had with real strikeout stuff. That's not true because of bringing up Cade Horton, who also has strikeouts.
Cade Horton hasn't really been. I mean, he's been striking about 3, maybe 4 guys out a game, but it's not like the 9 or 10 that you could potentially see.
I think we could see that out of him. I mean, I don't mind him.
You remember he did that in spring training, and the one thing that he talked about was last year they had him on a really tight pitch count, and what he learned is pitching to contact. And again, you have a potential Gold Glovers in almost every position on the field. Let your defense do your work for you. Stay longer in games. That first game, he got into the 7th inning.
And it's 1-2 here. Zach Nito with some pretty non-Nito facial hair going on. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. He's got again a The little mustache with the little
He
goatee.
looks like John Waters, is what he looks like. Tell me that does not look like John
A
Waters.
young John Waters.
Yeah. John Waters would never do the chin thing, though. Now, you had one of those back in the
I did back
90s.
in the day.
Yeah. And a little
I had
chin.
soul
Was it?
patch for a
Little
while.
soul patch. There's a picture of Peraza. And
Oh, struck him out.
and that's two strikeouts in there. For Cabrera.
I also had the frosted tips in the 90s.
Oh, yeah. No, I had that. I had my hair bleached blonde. I had it pink and blue. And it was actually blue pretty recently.
I mean,
In COVID, I had my hair blue.
with Cabrera, I mean, he could go another inning. He'd go through 7, but again, here we go. New era after the game.
So we got 4
Four
balls.
baseballs. We're watching here as they spin around.
I'm going to say 3.
3 sounds good to me.
Were you able to follow the ball, Crawly? You got it. Number 3. That was actually pretty easy. Sometimes they scramble it quickly, and you really got to pay attention. You know,
The AI guy is back this year.
yeah, I'm not a big fan of this. It's like they make some weird AI hallucination art on the video screen based upon the idea of a child.
I would say, I don't know if you ever saw this, but it reminds me a lot of, there was a great show, Loki, on Disney Plus, and it was about this whole future, and it had like one of those little anamorphic characters that really bizarre.
Yeah, you know, I mean, you and I grew up in the day when you just had the scoreboard in center field and none of all this crap. They had a little ribbon board that they added at one point so you could at least know the guy who was up to bat.
Underneath the big, oh, here we go. They're booing him. This is
AI slap! Slap! It's slap! They're booing.
They are literally booing.
There is backlash against AI, and you know, I've got to use it for my job. I don't know if you have to use it for yours at all.
You don't use it. I am too old-fashioned.
Yeah, I've been kind of forced to use it just in the, you know, how production is done, but nothing is like the real thing. We used to work with great actors, and now we work with fake puppet voices. I mean, that's the stuff you're hearing on TV now. You hear AI voices on TV. And I don't think that's right. And they should have to label it, I think. The real thing. We're coming at you live, by the way.
Although we might want to look into, didn't Kiss do that where they have they're going to have like AI Kiss things and they can keep doing that for the next 200 years?
Well, there's certainly enough video footage of us that they could make hologram you and me and have them call the game as Waldo and whatever his name is in the future.
Stanley or whatever.
Nico Horner grounds or Bregman grounds out. Is that 6-3? 4-3. 5-3. 6th inning here.
Yeah, Nico Horner for great hair.
After throwing up 6 runs in the first 3 innings of the game, they had their chances the last inning, but didn't do anything. Here's Hap, high and outside. The new pitcher, by the way, is Anderson. Is that Tyler Anderson? I don't know if it's Tyler Anderson. It might be. Hap grounds it to the first base, but he's going to take it by himself. 3 and Colin Ray up in the bullpen for the Cubs.
So if Colin Ray's going to come in, and again, I think it'd be smart to kind of put him in now, don't bother. But just let Ray pitch the whole rest of the game.
You could do that and keep him stretched out at the same time.
Keep him stretched out, 7, 8, 9.
Danny Palencia pitched yesterday, so then you can just save him for tomorrow.
Right.
In case you need him.
If something bad happens with JMO, you still got Ben Brown.
Which, you know, looks like Chuck disguise it.
Big league pop up.
BCA and the shortstop's going to take it.
Here's the thing. Ben did a good job the other day, and what bothered me as the game one is that I said Ben Brown, he needs a clean inning. Don't put him in the middle of an inning, because after he gave up that home run when you relieved Boyd, it wasn't any good. He gave up that home run, and then all of a sudden he settled down, he was fine, and gave him a lot of innings. I would have gone with a regular bullpen arm with the last out.
The winner is the band I opened for back in 2003, the Strokes. They used to rehearse in the music building over on 8th Avenue, where I also had a room there with my friend John. We recorded a couple songs in that music building where the Strokes were too. So they were all over New York City. We saw them all the time. And the Wrigley Beaches were friends of ours. We used to come over to the house and we'd all jam out and have these crazy jam sessions. They were one of many bands, the Moldy Peaches and the Strokes, who made it big out of that scene, the East Village, called the anti-folk scene, run by this guy named Latch. So we used to play Sidewalk Cafe. That place is no longer. But it was quite the scene back in the day when we were all young and rocking. And the Strokes, they were a bunch of rich kids. So that really helped them out, I think, quite a bit. But they were a good rock band, too. So I can't take that away from them. My bass player actually went to high school with the guy with the curly hair.
Edward Cabrera, quality start. As Colin Ray comes in, I mean, look at that. I like that little
6 innings, 5 Ks, 1 walk, and only 1 hit on 80 pitches. I mean, sustainable. I mean, that's no-hit stuff, dude. I mean, I granted it's the Angels, but they have Mike Trout on the team, and he handled the ball game. And we move to the 7th.
All right, here we go. Mike Trout versus Colin Ray. See right. Fastball at just a measly 94.
Colin Ray, I mean, what you asked him to do last year, he did more of that than you were expecting, which is started a lot of games.
When you lost Justin Steele, Colin Ray slotted in and kept the Cubs humming.
Okay, we're going to get it.
Challenge.
The challenge right now, the call
Cubs challenge.
was called a ball. The Cubs challenge it, and it's going to be a strike. Just nips the corner, barely in the zone. I mean, that is now that ball it barely had a sliver of the ball in the zone, so it's a little bit.
Hey, it was in the zone. No one asked how much.
So that's the rules. Now, what I enjoyed is coming into this season is the fact that so many 6-foot ball players magically shrunk a couple inches as soon as they started measuring the height for the ABS as Mike Trout goes down swinging.
Thank you, ABS. That was a nice pitch right there.
So I think it's kind of funny. A lot of guys are allowed to lie on the video boards that they were 6 foot 6'1". In reality, they were 5'11", 5'10", 5'9" in some cases. That's good stuff. You ever lie on your driver's license or anything?
No, I've kept it honest. I mean, nor do I have little platforms in my shoes or anything like that.
There's a ground ball to the second baseman. Horner's going to throw over to Butch for a 4-3 putout. And Shamil Shamazo Hassan Pepper Incorporated takes a seat in the dugout. He's not going to do it.
He's the only one that hasn't hit in the game, though, right?
Yeah, I suppose this is a no-hitter without Shamil Shamazo.
1 hit. There it is. Jorge Soler. Hit Jorge. There we go.
Yeah, I was trying to remember. You were gone when I was trying to remember the name of the reliever that we traded Jorge Soler for, the closer I was with the Cubs 1 year, I believe 2018.
Wade Davis.
Wade Davis, thank you very much.
He was a hell of a closer for the Cubs.
Oh, he was lights out. Too bad we couldn't hit for shit. Jorge said with the second hit of the inside out one. You didn't see Jorge do that a lot.
He just fisted that one. That's what she said, but
Yeah.
it was a good pitch right in on his hands.
I always feel a little funny when Pat Hughes says fisted foul. I imagine him with his fisting a chicken. Which is quite the image. And thank God for AI. See, this is why I do like AI, because we can make that happen now. In the past, it would have taken some serious Photoshop skills. Now I can make a whole video with Grok.
And how much water would it take? Half of Lake Michigan?
Doesn't matter to me. Doesn't matter to me. I didn't have any kids. Oh, yeah, he's going to sky this one. And it might leave the ball.
It's gone.
It is gone. And Colin Ray has now given up a 2-run homer. As Yohan Moncada, who's had quite a few good games in this ballpark when he was with the White Sox. I don't know if they're going to be able to throw this one back. Did it land in the basket? There goes the shutout. And it's now 6-2 Cubbies. George puts a damper on the 7th inning stretch. You know what I mean? When 2 outs in the inning, wasn't a clean inning. Cubs still up by Granny, though, so.
Again, this is why you never surrender in a game like this. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden,
Strike 1 on Joe Adell. Colin Ray certainly would like to have that one back. I mean, and once again, it was just a little fisted.
it's so there.
It's a little fisted in the outfield, finding some grass. Adell's going to take strike 2 here.
Come on, Colin, shake it. I still say Ray the rest of the game.
Yeah. Then we're going to sing the song, and I'm going to
There it is.
take 3. And
Colin Ray with a little anger on that one. There we go, Cup fans.
okay, you're going to all have to look at me and Crawly's crotches, but it's better than looking at my crotch in about 5 minutes when I'm in the bathroom. At the
Just make sure you take the mic off. We don't pull a naked gun.
All right, stretch time, folks. Hey, who do we got? Matt Spiegel. Matt Spiegel's going to do it.
There it is, Matt Spiegel.
Yeah, we can show the field.
All right, let me hear you good and loud on a beautiful night.
0-1.
1,
2. 3.
take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jacks.
Sing along at home.
I don't care if I ever get that for its root. Root for the Cubbies. If they don't win, it's a shame. Oh, it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the door. Oh,
I'm going to use a can. You want the, yeah, I'll actually turn it off real quick. Just say a little better. I turned yours off when you weren't gone.
Hi. All right, Cub fans, Crawly here. Danny is going to go potty. But we'll take a look and see what happens here. If the Cubs can do what Matt Spiegel says and score some more runs or get some runs, either or.
moving on. Second baseman.
There we go, Nico Horner. Nico Horner up the bat. 1 for 2 on the night. Let's see what Nico does here. Excuse me. All right, come on, Nico. See if the Cubs can get those runs back. Nico with a hopefully a little leadoff single here. No. All righty, 1-1. Wind up the pitch. Up inside. That's 2-1. Nico ahead on the count here. So glad to see Nico with the 6-year extension. I know some people thought it was a lot of money. A lot of years, but he's locked up for a while. So 2032. 3-1. You know how those leadoff walks go, Cub fans. Let's see if he can get on. I think Nico has a stolen base this year. I don't remember him having one. That's a strike all the way. 3-2. See what he does here. Come on, Nico. Find your pitch. Go. Wind up. Pitch. And it's in the dirt. Nico will take ball 4. Cubs have the lead. Runner on. I'm thinking, I'd like to see Nico go for a stolen base here. Now, I didn't call on Carson-Kelly to hit a home run all game. He has not. Let's see what happens here, though. This is I've had that feeling in my bones. What's with the man bun on this pitcher here? My God. That's a bad look. So a little bit tougher matchup, Righty versus Carson-Kelly. Righty matchup. Just, I don't know why I feel like it's a Carson night. Ooh, took the home run cut on that. .88-mile-per-hour slider. All right, come on, Carson. Hit a home run. This is what I've been calling all game. Nico's going. The throw is not there. He's safe. Throw is a little bit offline. Nico with a stolen base. Now we got a runner at scoring position, no outs. For Carson Kelly, Moises Ballesteros, and Dansby Swanson. They're going to look. Suzuki is not going to challenge it. I really wish that they would change the replay rules to be like the ABS. Like, either call it or don't. Don't look in back behind you, the video guys, all that stuff. Either call it or don't. Make it that simple. Foul ball. All right, Carson Kelly. Here we go. He's fighting a few pitches off right here. Not worried about this relief pitcher's man bun. Another foul ball. Keep it alive. So once you get to the bottom of the 7th at your Wrigley Field, you start to hear the Bucket Boys on their drums. You hear them coming now. It's telling you that we're getting near the end of the game. And he strikes out. Carson Kelly. Oh, boy. All righty. Well, let's see here. Moises Ballesteros. Here he has 2 runs in, driven in today. Righty versus lefty. Let's see what happens here. Love to see Mo Baller get on base. Driving another run. That's ball 1. Good eye, good eye. thing you want to see with the Cubs is you want to see them to keep adding on runs, keep putting the pressure on, get into that habit. More. Timeout by the catcher. He saw something he didn't like. Coming out to visit Mr. Man Bun. Maybe he's going to give him some advice on a haircut, a good barber. Let's see. Don't know what they're talking about here. You know, man buns really aren't that sexy. You know, you should just cut that. See what's happening here. All right. They only have one more mound visit left. Now, granted, we don't have that many more innings of baseball left, so bottom of the 7th here. Moises Ballesteros. Nope, good eye, 2-0. If it's one thing this kid's got, I mean, first time I saw Moises Ballesteros was a few years ago. I went down to Myrtle Beach, and when I was down at Myrtle Beach, I was there to watch Christian Hernandez, and there was 3 kids that really impressed me. Moises Ballesteros.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Okay. We were switching up again to big Crawly and Danny later.
There, put that one there.
He's going strong now. He's at 6.8% on the hazy.
Oh, and it will advance the runner. Unfortunately, Moises will be out at first base.
So I got the hazy, the beer.
Yeah.
Do you like this?
Yeah.
All right, cool. 6.8%. So I'm like, you're going hard in the paint late in the game. But the Cubs, you know, they do have a lead, but I don't trust it. Not a night like tonight. Pat Hughes was saying that as I was at the trough in the bathroom.
Are you like me that just honestly believes that you still use the trough even though they have nice toilets?
Oh yeah, I always use the trough. Also, it's a little easier to hit the little pen over there too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Got to hit the pen. Dansby with a weak swing, strike 1. Thanks for everybody tuning in. This has been fun. It's a good time. You really always get an appreciation for how hard it is to call an entire game. The 3 hours it takes to constantly be talking. They do take commercial breaks, but they're not long. Oh! That goes way up in the air, and Dansby Swanson is going to get another chance of it because in Bartman lands. Now, we have a great picture, a bunch of them actually, of both of us sitting in the playing Moises and Bartman, you know, going for the ball. Always a good shot on Family Day.
Pop Flyart just came out with a what if. What if Moises caught the ball?
Yeah.
And it's a phenomenal piece of work, and I'm getting it signed by Moises Alou.
Here's the pitch and to the center field. Run. And the Cubs getting in charge for now 7-2.
That's what I was talking about. Keep your foot on their neck. Don't give them any hope. Keep batting on.
You know, and it was that kind of attitude that won 10 years ago. Because, you know, we forgot what it was like. We got the taste of it last year, getting back into the playoffs with this particular crew. And now we're hungry. And now it's time for some next stepping. Kind of last year reminded me of that kind of precursor to what could be a very special season. Even though we lost the first series of the season.
Again, Washington surprising some people out of the game. I'm not.
Young team, man, they can surprise you.
And again, I think people have to realize that sometimes teams are just hot. It's when you play them, you know. And then I remember there was a stretch where the Cubs in 2016 were just awful right before the All-Star break. It was just like, what the hell?
Oh, everybody had given up. Cub fans were like, "Oh, here the same old Cubbies." That's what they said.
It was a little blip in the season, but it did happen. So if you caught the Cubs at that time in 2016.
There's a great book called Crazy '08, which talks about the pennant race of 1908, where it was a 3-team race between the Giants, the Cubs, and the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Isn't that the classic Merkel's boner?
Yeah. And the ball's grounded to the third baseman who throws over and just gets hustling Shaw. The Shaw some wheels.
He does. So the Cubs get one run back.
Oh man, I
After that, Yohan Moncada 2-run homer.
spilled water in my bag. These
There
kids.
it is, 8-8 again on the scoreboard. We got the hats.
Now, where were you on 8-8-88? Do you remember this night?
I remember watching the game on TV. I remember the whole pregame and Jack Frickhouse and Henry Grossman and everybody. Everyone was wearing suits, except I think Carey.
They're showing highlights of the game right now because the game's
Sandberg homer.
Yeah, and it all got erased after a storm forced it. What inning did it get called in?
Now, I actually have this autograph. What they're showing now is the slip and slide. It was Jody Davis, I want to say Wes Lancaster, and Greg Maddux. And they fined everybody other than Maddux $500. So I got that picture signed by Greg Maddux and Jody Davis.
Why did they get fined?
They do not want them doing that, especially their young pitcher. Wouldn't it be the most Cub thing that all of a sudden Greg Maddux like dislocates his shoulder with a slip and slide at Wrigley Field?
His rotator cuff surgery. Oh, because he was running around pretending he was Don Zimmer. When that was, didn't they put, was it Don Zimmer they were pretending they were, when they put like a coat in their shirt, make it look like they had a big belly?
Yeah.
I think I heard that.
Very nice giveaway.
Yeah, it's pretty sure path.
What's good? Definitely going in the collection.
I think I might give mine to my sister. She was looking at that, wishing she could be here tonight.
Now, I can tell you that I almost wore my day baseball shirt because I thought the contrast would still be amusing, but I did not want to be cold, so I went with the 3/4 strength, but I feel fine.
The ground ball to the first baseman, Bush, throws over the pitcher, and that's out number one. That's Lau/Low. Takes a seat.
Little Van Halen jump. Remember when this was the intro to the leadoff man?
Yeah. Now, do you think they paid for the rights to that? Do you think Van Halen ever got any money for being on the WGN?
The leadoff man?
Yeah, I wonder if BMI or ASCAP picked up a few royalties from WGN back in the day.
And you remember it had like the muffled sound like, this is the WGN. Like when you hear it now, you just laugh considering like sound quality and stuff.
So garbled, yeah. 36,000 here tonight.
Great crowd. It looks like there's more to me.
Yeah, well, that's just sold. We never really know. The ball gets skied into the air. I think I'm got it. But on the warning track, Ian Happ calls it in for out number two. And Pete Armstrong gives Ian Happ a little hug. Little brotherly love out there. Good to see.
Ivy is still brown. I don't think you see Lenny Green anywhere. No.
Nope, I don't. It's a little early. I mean, it's still March. It's
Hard to believe it's still March.
Yeah, because it feels like it's June right now, to be honest. I debated bringing my coat tonight.
I remember talking to you about this game, and you're like, yeah, Crawly, give me the 30-degree day. It's like 70 degrees.
Yeah, he said he was going to trade.
You can have a more gorgeous
He
night.
said he was going to trade me a beer for a ticket. I was like, a ticket's $10. The beer's $20. What are you talking about?
Ticket's 17.
So what is face on a ticket like this for a season?
17 right
17, okay. So yeah, so that is equal to really what a beer costs.
That's a good. Everyone who knows me about selling tickets knows I only sell for face.
Now
Over and over and over.
the tickets got a lot more expensive because of the weather tonight. But Jarrett, the Bleacher Bum Band's bass player, if you don't know the Bleacher Bum Band, check it out. It's my rock band who sing about the Cubs. But he brought his very young son. He's 3-4 years old. To the game tonight, and he only paid $11 on SeatGeek, but he caught it right though.
You had to catch it, you know what I mean? Because I know Matt Linder put it on his Twitter, and all of a sudden it jumped real quick to 47.
Yeah, exactly. It became an expensive ticket. I probably wouldn't be here tonight if it wasn't for this guy. So, Dansby throws over to Bush for the third out with the nice 6-3 put out. I guess we gave up on keeping score, but that's okay. I'll take it back and keep going. I kind of forgot we were doing that. You don't really need to.
It's the Wendell boat race. What do you got? Red, white, or blue? Or white, red, or yellow?
Oh, I'm going to go. Today I'm going yellow.
I'll go red.
Let's go yellow.
Red is out to the early lead, but that doesn't mean anything.
I was talking trash about yellow earlier because of the yellow shoes.
Yeah. Oh, yellow just not in front.
Yeah, baby. Go yellow.
Come on, Red.
Let's go yellow. Oh, no. Red's in front. No, it's in. There's a boat there. Oh, no. Yellow. Oh, he's walked there once in the Cubs game. Yellow doesn't give a crap. Now he's like drifted off to sea. Now there's boats in the way. Get out of the way, boats. Yellow's like, Yellow's taking a beauty. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, no. Oh, no. At the last minute, White comes in and wins. You know, where's Pete Hegseth with a drug boat strike when you need one?
I don't know. The Red just didn't seem like he was into the game that much. I had like the Bree Delio of votes.
We have an idea about how we can use some of Bree Delio's some of her content and repurpose it by doing like every time she posts a thirst trap picture, we'll recreate it for you. I just don't have the wardrobe. That's the issue.
You know,
a couple issues.
Tie the shirt up.
Tie the shirt up. Look coy. Little booty shot, you know. And we got to get a sponsorship.
I do got to tell you, like, watching Bree Delio's social media is one of my hobbies. Just because everyone is either some old horny man trying to, like, say hi to her, or people telling her how much they hate her and stop going to games.
Yeah. I mean, it can't be easy, although she's doing fine. You see her in the bleachers sometimes. I don't bother. I say hi to her.
Meh.
I say hi to everybody. Well,
you know, man, here's the thing, Danny, and now I'm going to get crappy here. It just comes down to, if there was none of this, if there was no social media, I'd still be here.
Yeah.
This is what I would be doing. Regardless if there was Twitter, Facebook, whatever the shit, whatever, TikTok-y, all that stuff, I'd be doing this. Whereas I know a lot of people that only want to try to make money or make a career off this, which if you can do it, great, good for you. But yeah, like we
made $80 for beer. We give it all back to the Cubs, though.
Yeah, back to the Cubs. I'm just saying.
Hey, and there's a hit by Bush, and it's gonna sink, except it's gonna sink right into the glove of the right fielder.
That was a nice play. Nice play. Nice sliding catch.
Here comes Bregman in his somebody's birthday in the crowd.
It's Bregman.
Oh, Bregman, yeah.
Happy birthday,
dear Alex. Happy birthday to you. Oh, yeah, it's your music for his birthday. And a pinch in the face to go an inch. I guess Anderson didn't like that we were singing happy birthday to our new third baseman, Alex Bregman.
Mr. Anderson. He's got that stupid man bun. I was complaining about it while you were in the bathroom.
Oh, Tyler Anderson's man bun? Yeah, those seem to have sort of subsided for the moment, the man bun. Although Justin Steele was rocking one. I kind of liked it on Justin Steele, the man bun.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the man bun.
2-1 on Bregman. I was just impressed that a guy like Justin Steele would have a man bun. It made me think for a moment that he was somewhat enlightened as a person, especially given.
How does a man bun make you enlightened?
I don't know. I just don't picture a dude from like the backwoods of Louisiana frying up crawdaddies that he caught in his backyard with a man bun.
Lucedale, Mississippi.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. He's a crawdad.
Actually, the same hometown of Claude Passeau, the pitcher from the 1940s.
All right.
From the same hometown.
Redmond's going to take a walk here. But Claude Passeau, I mean, he pitched so long ago.
1940s. And he didn't even build man bun.
Man buns weren't invented yet.
It was a simpler time.
In fact, you can go to jail for a man bun back then, probably. We've come a long way, baby. Here comes Ian Happ, the 3-hitter, 1 for 3 on the night. And
that one was the home
run. And here's going to hit into a double play, it looks like. And that would be 4-6-3, and that's the end of the inning. Oh, well. Still got the lead. 7-2 Cubs. It's only 9 p.m., just about.
I kind of like these 6-1
Yeah, you know, we're a little bit older. We're men of a certain age at this point. And
in a night game when you got to go home and you got to work, not like me, I got to go back to the burbs.
I mean, remember back in 2016, that was before the pitch clock. That was before any of the rules of 3-batter minimum. There's before any of that stuff. And Joe Madden used to play a lot of reindeer games with that bullpen. And some of those games, I mean, that
I wouldn't get home till 12:30, 1 in the morning.
yeah.
They have to be up at 5:40.
Yeah. Well, no, I still have tinnitus from that year. I have I have wrinkles and white hairs, sleep deprivation, probably some jitters, certainly some liver damage, and probably a couple other things from that year.
It was all worth it.
No, it was. I wrote a song recently. It's not really released yet, called 10 Years Ago. And I kind of shared it on the show the other day, on the night before opening day. But anyway, I was looking through all the pictures from that year, and I can say this. I did not waste a minute. A lot of those pictures, it didn't seem like you were wasting many minutes either.
No, sir. That was quite an adventure. You know, I'll always be special, and I'm looking forward to that game July 18th when the team comes back.
Yeah, Rizzo came back opening day. So
That was great to see him when all the Cubs Hall of Famers kind of welcomed, and you know he's going to be, as soon as he is eligible, Anthony Rizzo will be a Cubs Hall of Famer.
So we head to the ninth. We need 3 more outs, 5-run lead, and up comes Zach Nito, the leadoff hitter, again against Ray, who, like predicted, would take the rest of the game, but Nito leads off with a long single out to left field. Happ gets it back in, and hopefully this is not the start of something big for the Angels. Like Trout's been very quiet all game.
Too quiet.
He's popped out, struck out a couple times. But struck out once.
Now, I know I'm 0 for 1. Is this your third game?
This is my third game. This would be, if we can manage to pull this one out, this would be my first victory.
Mine as well.
I was not at Saturday's game. I was at the No Kings protest with a bunch of other Cub fans. We had a great time, too. We sang TV theme songs in the street and reveled with our fellow like-minded. And Mike Trout hits a rope. Lights a piece of the He gets the ball back in quickly, fires it to first base, but Nito gets back. Well, that was a rocket off the bat. PCA makes those plays look easy. He makes those plays. It's not as easy as it looks. And he kind of handcuffed him in a little bit. He caught it like this. So it was,
Caught it.
licking liner.
Spinning turn. Hits the cutoff man.
There's one up, one out, and it's Shamil Shamazel up. Austin Pepper Incorporated. Ray pitches, and
Where does that miss?
Ball
Those
one.
Jones? You got him, guys. Use him.
seems like we're getting the Green Bay
Green Bay
sucks.
sucks turn.
Yeah, this is something that's been happening on social media recently. And the Green Bay Sucks chant actually has ruined everything because now there's 2 on, and the tying run will still be in the dugout. So that's good.
Then I felt like Dansby really didn't get a good.
He normally makes those plays. He normally smothers them.
I felt like his legs kind of slipped from under him.
Could have been. Sometimes you wish they would show
Are they
you
on the
play of
bullpen?
that too. And here comes Hotovy, actually.
Hotovy?
I don't know if Hotovy would make the pitching change, but
No, he went
nobody's
No
up.
one's
Yeah, nobody's up in the bullpen anyway. So
50-50 at a measly 19 grand.
yeah, I'd take it. 19 grand.
You get half of it.
Oh, well, still 10 grand.
10 grand.
That'd get me through the season. You know what I mean? I mean, that's some. I mean, I could take a trip. Yeah, you can take a couple of really good vacations. 10 grand. I mean, you got a family.
We got why would Daniel Palencia be up?
Yep, Danny Palencia. Well, you just in case, you didn't look like he's in a hurry. You're just throwing.
Look, just throw all the balls down the middle. You'll be fine.
Probably, but Colin Ray's not exactly a world beater. We had some good times with him.
He's fine. I mean, you think they're going to come back and score 5 runs?
We got Jorge Soler up right now.
Yeah.
He could certainly kill the rally with a 3-run homer right here. He's capable of that, but not if he doesn't get a chance to hit
Hitting
it.
a double play.
Absolutely. That was always his problem. He always couldn't keep his legs under him and stay off the IL.
A lot of soft tissue injuries.
Big muscles. Too much can go wrong.
Probably one of the biggest Cubs I've ever seen. I think about him and Jason Hayward.
There's big men. I mean, he looks big from here. We're pretty far away. So 2-1 on him. Looks bigger than Ray anyway, and Ray's at a big mount.
We are now all of a sudden 3-1.
3-1.
It feels like Ray's kind of lost his release point a little bit.
Yeah, it does.
Because he was looking really good, and then all of a sudden,
And Moncada's up next, who's already hit a home run. Jorge Soler swings and it gets a piece of it, but it's going to be a strike on him. 3-2. Without in the inning.
Nice.
Right here with the play.
Maybe throw some a little off speed here. See if you can get him in front.
Here's the pitch. Swings and he misses. That's
Here it is. Off speed. 85.
All right, here we go. I'm going to stay seated, even though it is tradition to stand. Well, I guess I got to stand. I'll just lift up the.
All right, here we go, Cup fans. Strike.
All right, I'm going to let him see it. Turn the camera around.
So we're getting the copyright doink.
Thanks for joining us tonight. We've had a good time. Going my father. We got a popper in the air. It's going to go right below us. And a lucky fan's going to catch it on the fly. Makes a really nice play on it. We're down to the final strike from Linfield 2 on Yohan Moncada. He's already poked in his last at bat.
No high. I mean, Danny, we're in a game in March, and this feels like a playoff atmosphere.
Well, it's totally the weather. Yeah, we're not all bundled up as we normally would be. Otherwise, we'd be clapping our gloves. That was so pretty. I don't know where I missed. You'll have to tell us.
Challenge it.
I might as well. You have both of your challengers left.
They used one and they won. They won on their only challenge.
And maybe it just wasn't a strike. Here's the pitch. He fouls it off. It's going to remain 2-2. 2 outs.
Maybe a high fastball here. Just got to make sure it's high.
I mean, I don't know if Ray's the kind of guy that really blows it past him, but
About perception.
he tagged him last time. And he fouls it back again.
94 on the sinker.
Yeah, so, I mean, you're not going to blow it past Moncada with the 94. He just has to swing and miss. The crowd wants the W. It was beautiful. And the March night. Here's the pitch. There it is. That's out. My first win. Clark takes the field. W's are pulled out in the bleachers on this beautiful March night in Chicago. What do you say? Comes gonna win today. We're singing Go Cubs Go. Go Cubs Go. In Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today. Go Cubs Go. Go Cubs Go. There's the moon up there.
Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are
Oh, there
gonna
it is.
win. They got the power, they got the speed.
Good. Team high fives each other.
They're the best in the National League.
Clark's flying
This
his
is
six
the
over
way
right
the
there.
Cubs are reading.
Big walks in all wearing the same sweatshirt. Come on now, dude. Big Book Ben with the walk of shame. That's back to the clubhouse. As they start to vacuum up the field. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today. Go, Cubs, go. Go, Cubs, go. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today. There's some friends of ours on the board in the left field bleachers.
I saw Rachel and my tie.
Yep.
Stamp your feet, clap your hands.
Stamp, 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 clap, clap.
Chicago Cubs got the greatest fans.
Including me and Crawly. Go, Cubs, go. Go, Cubs, go. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are ready. 1, 2, 3. Go, Cubs, go. Go, Cubs, go. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are ready. Run today. Go, Cubs, go. Go, Cubs, go. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today. Go, Cubs, go. Go, Cubs, go. Fly the W, everybody.
What do you say? The Cubs are going. Go Cubs, go. Go Cubs, go.
Remix. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today. Go, Cubs, go. Go, Cubs, go. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win. All right, Friday. All right, they even up the season to 2-2. Little sign off here, Crawly.
Yeah, Cub fans, thanks for joining us. There's a lot of fun doing this again. 7-2 Cubs win. Danny and I are 2-0 and calling these games. So just always a blast, man.
Yeah.
Always fun to fly the W.
It is always great to catch a ball game with this guy here, of course. And, we both expect great things out of this team. It's my first win on the season, your first win on the season, and hopefully it's the first of many. I got a good feeling about this team. I think we could maybe recatch some of that magic from 10 years ago. I really do believe that.
100%. It's a fun team to watch. They got pitching. They got depth. And remember, Seiya Suzuki's not even back yet. This team's going to really click once Seiya gets back.
Yeah.
The lineup's going to lengthen. And again, I expect good things from the team.
Well, Cabrera is their number 4 starter. He pitches like an ace, you know.
That was phenomenal. That was absolutely phenomenal.
So barely gave up anything tonight. Could have gone deeper in the game. He certainly will later on in the season. So, but between those two starters that went deeper in the game, like Kate Horton on Saturday, the 2 wins that we do have, you got to feel positive about those 2 young arms.
And the key right now is we don't know what J-Mo's going to do tomorrow. Might look really, really good. Might look really, really bad. Either way, you only used 1 pitcher out of the pen.
he certainly gave up his quota of home runs in the spring training.
All I can tell you is that being out in Arizona, if you got a James Centennial start, you probably went home with a souvenir.
Well, I guess we're going to sign off, and they're going to kick us out of here at some point. And thanks for everybody that donated. Danny Rockett, Danny-Rockett with 2 T's on Venmo if you'd like to donate to the Danny Crawly ticket, beer, and French fry fund. And that's it, I guess. We're gone.
But no,